All right, here we go. Hold on just a second here. This is such a pain in the butt. And hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys just hit the link to the new one. And once the old one is emptied out, I will close it out. Okay. Crazy. Crazy work, boys. Crazy work. Crazy work.
It's been a crazy week, so crazy work's okay.
Huh?
It's been a crazy week, so crazy work's okay.
No,
Everything is good, it looks like, on the YouTube end. Muted, Abe.
Yeah.
One sec, gentlemen.
We have been resurrected.
Oh man. So how are you guys doing?
I'm all right, man. It's fucking, life sucks as usual, but what can you do?
Oh man, you can't be talking about life sucks.
Life fucking sucks. Wait, I don't know. It does.
It sucks this week, but next week might be better.
Yeah, maybe.
I have a meme for this. It's the dude in the gas mask sitting on a tank. It's like, my friend, life is terrible, but it's going to get much worse.
Oh yeah, lovely, lovely.
I think it's a dude from the Yugo Civil War or whatever.
That's for Jared Speaks.
I guess a homie of mine sent me some Japanese cigarettes, and he said they're the equivalent price of like a pack of cigarettes in America, and like they come in a tin can, like an open thing, and it's like so. I feel so bougie smoking them. Like I like it. It's kind of cool. I wish ours came in a tin case.
Is it still skipping? That's the real question.
My buddy came back from
It seems a
Japan
lot
and he
smoother.
brought me like snus, right? Like when you sniff it up your nose. And I almost fucking passed out from just like a tiny bit of that shit. They got some nicotine out there that's out of control.
I was gonna say you're talking about tobacco, right? That's snuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I think it's snuff, yeah.
It depends on the region.
Yep.
You pronounce it snus or snuff.
Well, whatever.
I wasn't talking about anything white, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, look, Japan's got the best of that. I'm just saying.
I don't want to know.
Disclaimer.
Like it was put here by God,
looks-
right?
Looks like the chat's saying the audio is pretty good, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I think
You know, it looks
I
like
think
it
it's
looks like
better.
everything
I
is
think it's
fixed.
You
Congratulations.
Good. Congratulations. You won.
And it's funny, right? Because the brand of Japanese cigarette that I got it Saturday, right? And I bought my new thing, my new 1911 on Saturday, and the brand is called The Piece. And I told my friend, I'm playing, I'm smoking the piece while playing with the piece. That's crazy.
Now we're already back to gay at this point. Here we go.
That's what happens. What can you do?
How is that gay? The cigarette brand is literally named The Piece.
I don't know. Every time I hear the peace, I feel the peace.
Okay. Wow.
That's crazy.
That's
I'm just
That's
trying to
dirty
fill
work.
the gap. I'm just trying to fill the gap.
Can we go back
yeah, I
to the
hear you.
other stream?
huh?
Can we go back to the other stream?
Dan wants to talk about marriage again.
Can we get out of this? Is there any way out?
Oh, shit.
K2 says the link didn't work.
And then he retracted it.
What?
Apparently it did because he's just a dummy.
What? can just send it K2 a new link. How about that? Because K2 is a goofball.
He is a goofball.
goofball.
We're
Oh, you
trying-
guys have to change your names back though, so that the chat will have to pay to change them again.
Oh my.
I'm Charlie Kirk Infinity now. I wanted my motto to be there because I had like my regular display name and like my motto on StreamYard right now is Charlie Kirk is my hero.
Okay, well that's
Just to see if anybody gets pissed off about that, I can just absolutely stomp them in the fucking ground.
Brother, oh
damn.
my
you,
god!
you're
when
getting violent now, man.
Saturday, I went and I bought that. Like I said, I bought that piece, and then we were doing some shopping. We stopped at GameStop because I was gonna get some extra storage. We went into GameStop. There were so many leftists. There was this tranny there wearing like a Gadsden flag shirt, and it was a female to male. And like me and my
I
friends.
gotta remind you to watch your languages. YouTube toss. Come on.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah,
What did
Call me
I say
ma'am.
wrong there?
The alternative word for transmission. So
I thought that was okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it is, brother man.
Oh.
I don't.
My bad, Abe. I'm sorry.
That's all good. I'm just warning you. Don't make a big deal out of it. Let's continue the story. You saw this
But,
person in GameStop. What are they doing?
No, it wasn't just that. Like there was like 6 employees at GameStop, and me and my friend was just having a casual conversation about Charlie Kirk, and like they wigged the fuck out.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm
There was 6 employees at the GameStop. That's the interesting thing.
That's
what
crazy.
the hell? What the hell?
Well,
Like
like,
this
to-
fucking
like, two-
GameStop.
Two chick. It's actually rather small. 2 chicks went in the back and was bitching about us, and the dude at the front, and then there was another 2 chicks there.
Every
I'm
time I've been
assuming
in
they
a
were all
GameStop, I can't
employees.
even
They
get a
were
fucking
behind.
person.
Well, I'm
I would-
assuming they were employees because they were behind the counter.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But they got really mad, so I'm like, and then the person, the transmission started talking, and that's how we realized it was a transmission because we weren't really trying to stare at people because it had like the patchy beard and then it had a woman's voice. I'm like, let's get the hell out of here because they were already bitching about us talking about Charlie Kirk, and like when I did something so cringy, I turned around and said, "Long live Charlie Kirk," and
Oh
they
my
started reading as we were leaving. My homie's nephew whipped out his phone. Was like, "Y'all like y'all's job? Keep going. Say something."
Your transmission been growling out there, man.
Nah. It was too busy talking about Pokemon. Crazy enough.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all are
Abe.
getting trouble there, man.
Poor Abe is gonna die.
I am. I'm not- What?
You
How?
are roboting so hard, dude. I
How
cannot
do
hear you. Kieran.
See, now that echo
Every
cancellation
time.
might work for him.
Maybe.
I'm the scat
Every
man.
time he comes on. Every time.
Well, he's out in that fake country out there, so
That's
I
what it
guess.
is. It's that.
Is he on the cell phone?
It's the wrong side of the world. Internet's what's going on right there.
it's like the toilet boil.
It spins the
It's
wrong
going
way,
the wrong
yeah.
way.
I also mentioned those Japanese cigarettes, right? Japan loves American tobacco.
Oh, I bet they
What's
do.
new,
Like
Denizen?
Same shit, different day. Are you guys still talking about marriage or no?
Yeah.
If you want to start it back up,
Why not?
Okay,
All right,
fellas,
Kieran.
how am I going? Is that better?
It's much better. It's much better.
yeah, yeah.
Oi, oi, oi.
Thank you for your patience. I'm trying to exercise my free speech, but the technology is like kicking me in the balls, you know?
That's because you're a fucking boomer. It's okay.
Wait till you find out that you're on YouTube.
What? Is this live? What the hell?
True story.
Are you gonna fall asleep again, Kieran?
Shut the fuck up. Do you have receipts? I'm pretty sure I made that stream private, so unless you clipped it, you're a liar.
I was on with you when you did it, dude.
Unless you clipped it, you're a liar.
That's the right move. That is the right move right there.
Oh man.
Well, it was a pretty big night. It was a pretty big night, but
it was a long. That's true.
shit.
That's true.
yeah, that's true. It's been a crazy few days. Hey, I'm still. Me and the missus are still getting over the. Well, we aren't getting over the Charlie Kirk thing. I mean, it's like I'm think I'm waiting for the next couple of weeks. So I have a feeling something's boiling. Like you're seeing people from the left who are defecting to the right. You're seeing people who are celebrating being cancelled. You're seeing the right being a little bit violent here and there, just a touch, not serious, but they're kicking back. And I'm just wondering what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks.
People are just outraged at the fucking bullshit that's coming out of the left right now. Is what it is, and I think it's going to tide over, and everything's going to be cool. That's what I'm fucking predicting. Okay, like call me crazy, but I'm optimistic about this.
I mean, do you want that?
I want I want no violence to occur. That's what I want.
I think the main
No,
thing.
I'm not even talking about violence. I'm talking about, do you just want people to forget about this and be memorable?
No.
Good question.
Here's what I'm saying is what's going to boil over is the outrage over the leftist fucking reaction to Charlie Kirk. Eventually,
Kira?
the leftists are going to shut their fucking mouths. They're going to tone it down, and they're going to acquiesce. They're going to step back. And
Kieran,
that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, Dan.
Kieran, I actually think that something is definitely changing. Something is really
Yes.
This is a big moment. This is something where we can actually have a possibility to get something good going on. And I think even if people are overreacting
Maybe.
and doing violent stuff on the other side, it really won't matter at this point. And I think, and I really hope
Think.
that the right side will not do that.
This is just another Tuesday in America.
I think the main thing I noticed.
I actually think that the overwhelming evidence here, and the possibility, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the possibility and the hope that I have is that evil is going to be exposed.
Yes.
Calling it evil
Yes.
haphazardly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I think the main thing for me, Dan, that stood out was what we're seeing is we've had the perception through the media that the whole woke agenda is like a majority, and like it's overwhelming. And what we've seen is they're a small number of people. The vast majority of people are on the right side, and it's great to see people who were biting their tongue.
Side?
Well, the same thing, yeah. Well, right and correct, yeah. So, I think we're seeing the numbers. Like you've seen people marching in Britain, people marching in the Philippines, South Korea, Australia, Africa. Well, Africa's like a continent, but in African countries, we've seen so many people coming out and saying, "Do you know what? I'm sick of this shit." And I think the left or the wokies are discovering they aren't that big. They're a minority, a very small minority. And I think the weight of that probably has more value than speaking about violence and stuff like this. So just they can go climb back under the rock they crawled out of.
There are two very well, I don't know what you call it, terms or it's a thing you say, like words of wisdom. And one is that empty barrels make the loudest noise, right?
Yep, I've heard that. Yep. And by barrels, you don't mean like the poo barrels. You mean like an empty drum. An empty drum makes that much. Yeah.
Yes. And the other one is that when you have, well, let's just go with the first one. It covers everything, right? So when it comes to, the other one is that lies have fast, short feet, and the truth has long, slow feet.
That's beautiful.
And those combined together is what's happening right now, I believe.
I agree. Some people play checkers and some people play chess. So some people play the long game, right? Yep. And I think
I play Chinese checkers. I play both. Mm-hmm.
The thing is that the truth is not playing the game, but yes, proverbially, yeah.
Yeah, like in a way you are. Like you'll take the long game. So somebody will offend you or they'll hurt you, and you sit back and you go, "I'll take it." That's turning the other cheek. I'll take it. But in the long run, we'll see how it pans out.
Well, sure.
That's kind of how I see it. You can lose battles and still win the war. Maybe that's a better one.
Yep.
And sometimes even a strategic retreat will help you win the war.
What's the war and what does victory look like?
It's a spiritual war right now. Like I'm speaking about before, like there's a legal war and there's a spiritual war. I think what's been exposed right here by the assassination of Charlie Kirk is this is a spiritual war. It's fundamental.
I want to remind everybody on the panel to please be cognizant of YouTube toss and not do any direct.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like that, right?
No, it's cool. No one's calling for direct causes of violence, and the entire internet is talking about Charlie Kirk. So I'm pretty sure
I
we're
understand.
okay.
I understand that. I'm just
Yep.
throwing up a flare. Okay, I'm not saying
That's
you did
fair.
anything wrong. Chill the fuck
That's
out.
fair. That's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
Alright.
That's fair. So this is me chilling.
Hey, Abe,
This
I
is me
think you need
chilling.
Abe, I think you need a disclaimer counter at this point.
Right.
God,
Just put a counter in the top right corner.
no, 297 disclaimers tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, but sometimes when someone says "chill the fuck out," it sounds a bit like "shut the fuck up," which you know, I've got a
That's not
problem
what
with.
That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean.
No, we
I
just
know,
don't want
brother.
it to go too far because
No, it's fair.
do.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's just rough, man. I mean, with all the fucking eggshells, we're all so used to fucking walking on because we're right wingers, you know. And the left just does not give a fuck, dude. The shit that's coming out on Blue Sky and the fucking horrific things that these people are saying all over the place. It's disgusting, you know.
True. It
And
is.
the thing
I saw a couple of people who were doing a breakdown of the Assassin's friend group on the internet. His boyfriend and they had a couple of I think it was on Blue Sky actually, a couple of chat groups where they were kind of saying things that looked a little bit like they were expecting it to happen, and then after it happened, they said a few things that looked like they knew what was going on.
That's what it seemed like. I only
It
saw
did,
a split moment of it, but
Yeah, it did.
Well,
So I think there'll be more people.
With it being
sorry,
a
Brad,
member
you
of the LGBT and that particular transmission group, you can expect information about what was in their Discord and their stuff to not be released to the public.
it's possible.
I think the main thing I got, again, to go back to what we were saying before about seeing how the tide's changing, a lot of wokey people were like they were celebrating, making videos going, whoa, someone did it, let's do some more, let's get everybody. And they're all being cancelled. So they have been so much in an echo chamber that they think when the real world hits that they can just say whatever they want. And
Yep.
right, yep. And it turned out
They
got-
have been able to. They have been able to. It's the fact that shit's been changing that they're not.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why this is so pivotal. It's what Dan was saying before. Like, this is a pivotal moment. I really believe it. Like, it's huge. It's huger than any of us actually can comprehend. I think this is gonna echo through the ages.
Yeah, I can say that this is the moment for some positive change, and at the same time, I felt this whole week like I'm sitting on a powder keg. So, and just hoping that everything stays just so, like, let's not push things. Please, people, keep your wits about you. Like, we don't need it to go too far, and that has been my biggest hope.
So don't push. Are we allowed to lightly nudge?
Well, I agree, Abe. There
Don't
was
do it.
Just, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Here's
There's
the
some
thing,
footage-
though.
well,
Charlie Kirk's legacy
I'll
ought
have
to
to,
be to bridge those divides. That's exactly what he was
Exactly.
trying to do. He was trying to have those conversations.
but
He's trying to find common ground with people so that we can come together to some
Yeah, he
measure
did.
of common
And a
understanding.
bullet
He
said,
did.
"We
And then
fuck
what
that. We
happened?
don't want that."
Right? That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes,
You
COD.
cannot
That's exactly
negotiate
what he
with
did.
people who hate you.
All
That's
the more reason
exactly-
for us to not stop. All the more reason for us to push harder.
Well, here's some food for thought. There's a video of some young guy who turned up at Turning Point USA headquarters where they were having a vigil for Charlie Kirk. He was wearing the same T-shirt as as
Yeah.
the assassin, and he ran through the flowers and the vases, and he kicked them all over. Yeah,
And he got
And a
arrested
couple of-
for it. He got fucking arrested for it.
yeah, but
Good.
what happened first?
Good
What
for those
happened first?
cops.
They're
Hang on, bro. Hang on.
trying.
What happened first was a couple of old guys fucking grabbed him and threw him on the ground. Now that's violence, right? That's violence.
That's
So-
security.
That's fair. But what they didn't do was
Shoot
beat
him
the
in the fucking
what they
neck.
didn't do was beat the crap out of him. Correct. They just held him.
Right.
I
By
think
the
that's
way,
a very fine distinction.
Discord has officially
Yeah.
deleted everything that this dude and his friends talked about.
Go figure.
Well, at least there's going to be pictures. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. But the fact that people even know that it was on there is something.
Well, I mean, not if what we're talking about, not if what EOD is saying, because if what EOD is saying is what everybody wants, then this will be gone in a month. It's a too big thing to be
Oh.
memory hold in a week, but it'll be gone in a month. The simple fact of the matter is the left will do this to any and every one of us on this panel who does anything that they don't like. That's the point of terrorism. You guys know this. They want us to forget. They want us to turn the other cheek. And that's just, we're getting to a point where we can't do that. That's as far as I'll go on it because I respect the channel and I respect the people speaking.
We still need to ramp up our rhetoric. We still need to practice what Charlie preached. Okay, and we still need to bring it to them in all of their arenas of power, quote unquote, where they hold all of the cards, like university fucking campuses. We still need to show up. We still need to push this shit. It does not need to stop. It needs to get 10,000 times worse than it has been.
It needs to be
That's what
everybody
needs to
is
happen.
Charlie.
That's what I'm saying.
I
okay?
absolutely agree, but be ready to respond.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
You should never
people
not.
aren't saying that.
Be ready and able. But it doesn't mean you take. Yeah. You know. So. Wow.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There is these things in the news. I'm posting the Twitter feed stuff from my Twitter feed if you want to look at it. Let me see real quick. One of the biggest LGBT murals in Florida at Delray Beach just got scrubbed. It's the flag and stuff at the four-way intersection that they painted is no longer there.
Florida man came through. Yahoo!
So I mean, like there is some political victory in all of this, and that's people will not be tolerating the whole cry bully of the LGBT. Even the ones that pretend to be quote unquote conservative or right leaning, the cry bullying from the LGBT is done. At least that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, the problem is going to come back. It's like a virus.
Weird.
Right? So
No.
you gotta be vigilant. You gotta be vigilant for this virus here.
Well, it's just do as thou wilt. Like, we can change the terms of everything.
on.
We're gonna go ahead and tell you exactly what it is. Hold on.
Well, be careful calling it a virus. You'll get some angry LGBT member who pretends to be conservative to hate you and follow you around and try to say shit about you every time. So calm down a little
Thank
bit.
you, Sarah.
Get a raid.
She's gonna be raiding shortly, she says.
Nice.
It's coming soon. So Spiro said in the chat that when you say you'll no longer turn the other cheek, you've kind of lost the game. But how many cheeks do you have, right? Like no, I'm serious. No, I'm serious. No, Jesus said turn the other cheek. He didn't say go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Slap one cheek or turn the cheek. Slap the other cheek, then find out.
What about clap?
Wait, there's a difference.
Slap the other cheek is when you get the turn the other cheek comes if you don't have a sword, so you're clicking buy one comes right after
Oh.
turn the other cheek.
I knew somebody was going to. John Burt, you retard, we have 4 cheeks. I know we do, bro, but I'm pretty sure Jesus wasn't
I
talking
don't
about
think
us.
Jesus was talking about letting somebody slap
He
you.
wasn't talking about us, guys.
Hold on, let me bend over and turn the other cheek for you. Yeah. That's not what he meant.
If you bring it up, it's gonna happen, Kieran. It just happens.
Oh man, I think a little levity is good. I think a little bit of relaxation is good. Abe,
It's true.
I think you and I are both very ready for another fucking D&D session, brother.
I agree.
Y'all
I
motherfuckers
agree.
do
Be
D&D.
nice to just have a goofy laugh.
I've enjoyed those. I've been hoping that you're gonna get the gnomes out of the windows all at the same time.
Do you use
God.
do you use the D&D website to host them?
No, we use Roll20 to do most of it. Jared Speaks says, I wanted to join. You're welcome to, Jared. Norwegian Dan has expressed interest in joining. We're coming up on the wrap up on both campaigns, so I'll be looking to spin up a couple more here
Nice.
in the very near future. So you all
You
stay
should
in touch.
invite you should invite Spiro over there because he's doing game theory in the chat right now. So and like he's a programmer, so
I know,
Spiro
so
would
am
be
I.
a
Spiro and
Yeah,
I have
oh,
similar professional backgrounds. Yeah.
We've
really
had
Yeah.
good talks about it. In fact,
cool shit. Cool shit.
So I'd love to have Spiro on too. That'd be fucking amazing.
Aren't you going to invite me? Well,
No,
the
no, I'm
answer
not gonna invite
Aren't
you.
you
You're,
gonna
you're,
invite-
you're a fucking asshole. I don't like you at all.
Brian,
yeah.
I'll let you in on the hint. Let you in on the hint.
Everybody's
my
welcome to
fifth-
join, but I will
but-
tell you this: it's like I'm gonna have to cap each campaign at like 6, and I might be able to run 3. That's pushing it, okay?
Yeah, me-
Because too many people getting involved, it just makes it way too cumbersome to get through a battle and stuff like that. At most, we can have 6 in a party. That's what I'm gonna say. So,
Well, you know,
There's
like
that.
you're really winning when you can like restrict the numbers. Like if it's open season, anyone can join. It's a little bit, not cool. But when you can say, sorry guys, you can come in, you can't come in, but you can come in. That's when you're winning. That's when you're winning at life, bro.
well, I mean, I guess the thing is D&D is
That's
not
true.
built. It's not built for an MMO type of experience. It would never work with 80 people. So there has to be some kind of limit. So I think
Yeah,
6
exactly.
is optimal. It's pretty optimal. As long as not everybody is engaged in a really deep backstory like that. I've gotten in a little bit of trouble with the main campaign with that. We've been exploring a little bit backstories a little bit too much, but I'm learning. Okay, like I'm kind of an amateur DM myself. Most of the players are amateurs, so none of us are really professionals. We just like to hang out and have fun. That's really what it's about. So
That's what it's about. In my 55 years of life, I've never engaged in D&D, and I probably don't intend to anytime soon. But thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
you're welcome to come if you want. That's all.
I have something
Thanks,
very
bro.
special for
Thanks,
you.
bro.
Here. Very special for you. You ready for this?
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's a baptism.
Well, I will do a baptism. Not yet, though.
Is it safety dance?
Wait. Why is it not playing?
Because you got to press play.
You have to push the button. Yes.
Hold on.
I thought we
What
were
is
going to get the
happening?
Kieran is gay song.
You almost did. Well, no, you didn't.
I thought you were doing that too. Then I thought, no, Abe's way too classy for that. There's no way. Without being paid for it.
The hat's classy.
Oh, shit.
Now we can hear it, but we cannot see it.
All right, here we go.
As am I, brother.
Oh my gosh, I am so boomer.
Brother, may I have some oats? I am starving, brother. As am I, brother. The tall, skinny figure has thrown the oats at me. Me, brother. I believe they have taken a liking to me. No, brother. I have seen this before. I have observed many things. From the roaring beast that the tall, skinny figures crawl in sight of to travel far beyond the horizon, to how the figure wept when the other had fallen into a deep sleep. And from my experiences, I have learned that they will give extra oats to one of us before taking them into the shed of no return. They will do terrible things in that shed, brother. Lies! That shed is where the chosen ones go to dine with our tall, skinny gods. You are a fool, brother, and you shall be left behind in the mud with your backwards ideas. No, brother! You must believe me. Share with me the oats, and you shall not reach the desired girth for the tall, skinny ones. They will spare your life, brother. Aha! So this was all a plan to steal my oats. You truly are despicable, brother. I will not trust your lies. Brother, when they took me outside the reaches of the pointy fences, into the roaring beast and way over the horizon, I saw it.
This
I
is
was
fucking
taken
Animal
to a
Farm
gathering
fan
of these
fiction
tall,
right here.
skinny figures. They paraded me
I was
around,
thinking the
brother,
same thing.
and I saw the
The
truth.
Warhammer reskin
I
is
saw
better.
the tall, skinny
Right?
ones consuming our flesh. I could not have been mistaken, brother. The smell of the flesh was surely one of us. They suspended the flesh above a fire and let it burn before consuming it. They did not just consume it either, brother. They took pleasure from this. Their mouths curved a wicked smile, and some even let out moans of satisfaction from consuming our flesh, brother. The figures are consumers, brother. They are no different than the furry red demon that consumed and terrorized us and the feathered ones. Your story amuses me, brother, but does not convince me. I shall have these oats myself and dine with the tall, skinny gods. I am sorry for you, brother. Your eyes cannot take the blinding light of the truth, and you scurry back to your cave. I shall take care of your spawn once they consume you, brother, as they have consumed your lover, our father, our mother, and many more.
Brother, that hurt my fucking brain. I'm not even lying.
No, they did a reskin one where the pigs have like a Astartes helmet on. Like, brother, I need ammunition, brother.
Listen, boys, don't eat the oats. Don't eat the oats.
Well, it depends if you want to be a skinny pig in the mud or a fat pig in the shed, right?
Hmm. Yeah, but how long do you last as a fat pig in the shed, Kieran, before you're
But are
taking
you-
off the slaughter?
But are you happy, right? Do you want to be cold and skinny in the mud forever, or do you want to be happy for like 15 minutes in the shed?
Hmm.
Pick the skinny one, bro. I'm fucking pick the skinny one. Oh my god, that was that felt like it meant something. It almost like it had a vibe of being profound, but jeepers,
It is.
that was.
Super profound.
I don't know. Oh, hang on, the girls are making noise in the background. Sorry, boys.
It's all right. Hey, man, bros before hoes. What are you doing? No, I'm just kidding.
You're speaking about my wife and my stepdaughter, bro.
Oh my
You're talking
God.
about dogs or something. My bad.
Jesus Christ.
Girls could be
Disclaimer.
dogs. Girl dogs.
We need a
come on,
disclaimer.
I don't know.
Well, you know what I think is, why not give all the pigs oats?
Hmm. I mean, don't we? Doesn't everybody have a chance to make a living for themselves in this country? I'm pretty sure we give all the pigs oats.
Well, you know.
Okay.
I mean,
You got to have the pigs in the first place, though.
That's true. That's true. And I sure love
What exactly are we
bacon.
talking about?
God,
I was
damn.
just
no
gonna- I was
idea
just gonna
anymore.
say-
Okay.
I was just going to say, I do like bacon.
Listen,
All
I
I'm
just
saying is,
I have so many evil comments in my head at this point, and I
The
don't
longer-
like any of them. Okay.
The
Jesus
longer-
People get the
Christ.
no fat chicks T-shirt.
the
alright?
longer
I
the
have just
video-
realized. I have just realized that pigs are generational wealth. What the fuck?
Dude, the longer that video played, the more I wanted bacon. That's all I know.
Right on. We need
James.
James.
Let's fucking go.
We need James up here with his no fat chicks T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know, Abe, back in the day, my first wife and my children took me out for breakfast on Father's Day, and we went to get bacon and eggs. And I'm eating the bacon, and I'm thinking, this bacon tastes weird.
Hmm.
Turned out we were in a halal restaurant, and it
Oh no!
and it wasn't bacon. It was beef. It was beef cut into little strips. But on the menu, it just said bacon. It was lies.
Fucking cute.
What?
Damn lies.
This isn't bacon. This is a plate full of lies.
Just plate full of lies.
That's what you get for inviting Muslims in your country, right there. I'm
Oh
telling
my
you.
god.
Yeah,
Here we
Say
go.
Ellie?
speaking
You
of,
gotta
right,
take it down the dark road.
speaking of, everything is pointing to a new crusade. We have a pope from O Block. Christianity is rising. I'm just saying, we can spin the block on them motherfuckers a couple times.
No, the new crusade.
Is
The,
he
um,
from Chicago?
Yeah, that's
No,
No,
the
he's
new
literally
O-Block.
from O Block. He's literally from O
O-Block.
Block.
What's O Block? I don't know
Chicago.
what that is. Okay.
It's a gang-ridden area.
That's
Okay,
Chi-town.
okay.
Yeah,
I thought
I'm
there was
pretty
like some
sure-
fucking Slavic country or something. I'm like, what are you
No.
talking about?
No,
This-
he's literally from O Block, which is like Ganglandia.
Right now.
Yeah, there's also like a gap in the Bible where Jesus visited Minnesota.
Sorry, that was Missouri, all right, that you're talking about?
Oh, you mean the fucking
There is
Mormons.
only
Yeah.
one true Holy Land, and that's fuck. I can't remember the name now.
I reckon the new
Joseph
crusade.
Smith laid it down his fucking.
No, it was
land ownership.
it was in Missouri. I can't remember.
Oh, Missouri. Sorry. Yeah, I got it wrong.
It's okay. I get Missouri and Minnesota mixed up all the time. I've been in America my whole life. Don't feel bad.
Jokes on you. I didn't think Connecticut was a real place. I feel like we're just padding statistics with that one.
Yeah, all the numbers and stuff.
Connect to cut. Okay, that's how you say that. Is
You know-
connect to cut
95% of all statistics are made up.
on the spot. Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, but I'm still wondering why Kansas is called Kansas and Arkansas isn't called Arkansas.
It is called Arkansas if you're brave enough.
If you're southern enough, it is Arkansas. Yeah.
Really
You gotta get
meow.
You got to get that damn
Really?
southern accent down, though. Oh, Kansas.
Well, hello,
Arkansas.
Carly Chirk. You have awfully sexy pants.
Whoa.
Good evening.
I'm glad
Whoa,
you're
morning.
okay, Grumple. You
Oh.
fell asleep after my stream, and you were like all the way bent over, neck sideways, and everything. I was like,
Yeah.
Grumple,
So,
It
Grumple,
didn't happen.
yay!
That
Yeah,
was
so
a
Grumple-
full
Grumple-
sleep.
Hashtag fake news. You know.
Brother was like full slumber. He's like, do
Really
not
now.
wake me
Just-
from
just,
my
It
slumber.
happens. It happens.
No,
Wanna
you
call
gotta
him
take-
Grumble?
We need
Wanna call
a
him-
name change to Grumpy Kirk. That's what we need.
Grumple.
That's not bad.
Grumpy Kirk. I like that.
Grumpy
Somebody
Kirkskin.
can pay for it. That's cool.
Grumple Kirkskin.
Ah.
So Grumple, bro. You missed the pig video, but can you do your best voiceover, deepest voice, and just say brother? That would help, brother. Just say brother.
Sing that Avicii song. Hey, brother.
Macarena.
Can we take some time to love one another?
I love
Oh,
that song.
You
I've
see,
never heard that song, and I don't know what you're talking about either.
well, you see, Grumple turns up, and all of a sudden it's karaoke, right?
There's
That's
a
what you
different one. There's a different one that's
Hey, there's worse things to be known for.
Hey brother. And it's a good one.
He's my brother. He ain't so heavy. That's pretty good.
Oh, rest in peace, Terry Hogan.
That's pretty good.
Hey, brother.
Oh, sorry. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. The other way around. yeah.
Hey brother.
You know the Celebrate Good Times song? I saw so many fucking TikToks of these people doing that for Charlie Kirk that it's just disgusting to me now.
Yeah.
Gross people that then get fired and then complain about it on TikTok or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
fuck
like-
those people. They fucking.
That's the new meme.
Or whatever.
Honestly, I'm not finding enjoyment in it. It's like something, I guess, smugly satisfying about them celebrating somebody getting assassinated and then getting fired from and having a full mental breakdown about it.
Well,
It's
not,
like
I'm-
that tickles
Oh,
a certain
I
part
will-
of my brain, and I'm not sure why.
I'm
and I don't know
pissed
that
that they
I like it.
ruined the song for me.
I will unironically contact their employers if you have information and feel morally obligated to not do that, but want it to be done anyway. I will do it in your stead. I will take all that karma. Hit me up on
Oh, no, I
Discord.
didn't say anybody specific. Just I've
No,
seen.
I'm talking in general. I'm talking in
like,
general.
oh, I got fired because I celebrated somebody getting politically assassinated.
Yes, it
Fucking
is.
Weird times, bro.
It is weird. man. Really
EOD,
weird.
that was dirty. I seen what you typed in chat, Decoder. That was dirty. That was dirty.
Hey man,
But a
you gotta play
fair
that fucking
question.
game sometimes. Okay, he's gonna pull this shit on you one day, and you're gonna
Oh.
thank me for pointing it out.
EOD, I'm willing to play their game.
Would you like
He
to
says,
play
I'll
a
carry
game?
my own torch and continue having conversations
like
as
to
I always
play a
have. Because you can't associate yourself with Charlie Kirk, Radical Coder. That's a piece of shit fucking move, okay? All Charlie Kirk wanted to do was to have conversations with folks just like you, man. Just like you. He wanted to platform you. He wanted you to stand in front of his tent and try to tell him why he's wrong and you're right.
I do have to admit, I will extend an olive branch. Me and Kodo have gone back and forth before, and
Fuck
every
that.
now and then,
No olive
hang on,
branch
no,
with the left.
hang on, bro. I still
Submission
have
of cyanide.
Bro, I'm the first one to say that, but I still have had some back and forth with Koda, and I still believe in him. I think he can. I think he can come over. I think he can.
Yeah, well, I
My
would, but you know, next time something happens, it would probably be because of his rhetoric, and you know, have you ever heard him talk? It's like, you know, sometimes
As long
you
as
have
you're
to agree.
Calling,
that.
as long as you're calling people the things that should be hunted, that's like, and people are going to take stupid actions when you keep calling people the things that everybody associates with the most evil thing there is. So,
That's fair enough.
Did anybody just notice that EOD has fixed the best alfalfa of the year?
yep, it looks like it. He's almost touching the ceiling with that hair.
Taking a shower. It's not cooperating with me today. Okay.
Look, that's why you
Look
need
at
a
this
hat.
guy, EOD with his regular bathing. Well, Lottie freaking da. Why don't you smoke
No,
indoors like a
bro,
Frenchman?
I'm going to change. I'm going to change the guy's name to Ginger with a hard R.
Oh my god!
That's the only way to say it.
Disclaimer.
I said Ginger. They're the only the gingers are the only race we're still allowed to pick on.
Man, you
Without-
just
No, the
made,
French.
Oh,
The
now he's
French
got
is
his
okay
hat.
Also.
you just made the disclaimer break 300. Thanks a lot.
Also, if you're saying ginger, you might be dyslexic.
Oh, don't tempt.
Well,
fate. Already
I
have
kind of spelled.
several times this week.
Yeah, I spelled
No,
ginger with a
you got on
W.
my hat. No.
Tired of people
Not
coming
feeling
up
my hat.
trying.
You're about to get bullied
Dogs
off the
tremble
stream
on
by your
purpose.
dog again.
I know.
Trying to do what?
Holy dog.
Oh, he's pimping out his
Feel
dog.
this
He's
break.
pimping out. Yeah, it's what
I'm not
gingers do.
pimping him out. He's
Show
fucking being an
condition.
asshole because I'm paying attention to you guys instead of paying attention to him.
Gingers are known for pimping out their dogs because they need something. They need something to get like a foothold. Gingers need to get a foothold, so
A
they pimp out their dogs.
Oh,
You're
Is
so
that what
full
it
of
is?
shit. You don't even know what you're saying anymore, Kieran. It's fucking.
Yeah.
Abe, just want to say, Abe, I'm seeing a bunch of tomatoes in the chat. I wonder what that means.
oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much.
Did we get a tomato raid?
I
didn't see it.
think I didn't. I'm
I
struggling.
think I think a bunch of tomatoes have come over before the raid. That's what I think's
Crabs.
happening. They're
Crabs.
just yeah, the cat dragged them in.
Out. Go lay down.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming over. Thank you.
I didn't see it. What were you?
I
at for viewers
applaud
before? It says 48 now.
Oh, it's almost there. I think.
There it is. Rated tomato reviews just rated. Welcome in, Maters. What's up, Mater Nation? Woo, 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 woo.
There they am.
Thank you.
Welcome, tomato faces.
Thank you, Sarah.
Or tomato faces.
Thank you, Maters.
Oh yeah.
Maters is pretty good.
Somebody
that's good,
donate
that Maters.
somebody donate to change my name to Materhead. It's only $2.
I have a question
Well-
for Coder.
Well, if you
because-
look into, oh, sorry, bro, sorry.
I have a question for Coder. You said you can call someone a fascist without advocating for violence. Will you stand up with us and stand in solidarity to end political violence and stop calling people politically turbulent names?
Thank you, Sarah. I salute you with my top hat.
Oh,
There you go,
Abe.
Ortho bro. You're getting it now. I'm telling you what.
Abe, your
Turn it back
hashtag.
on him. Turn it right back on him.
You remember?
Oh,
Remember the Charlie?
Also,
Hebdo?
radical. Hang on.
Yeah.
Coda's looking for a spot on panel. He's in there going. I'll come up and say
What?
it. I'll come. Coda wants to come up and
that's
answer this.
worse.
Je suis Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Je suis Charlie.
I
What,
am.
Charles
Charlie
Darwin?
Hebdo?
Charles
Oh,
Darwin
I
could be here
remember.
too. Well, Coda wants to come and play.
Good
He,
to see
like
you,
he wants to. But by the way, you've all turned me against him. I was trying to hold out an olive branch, and you've all made me hate him again. So well
What do you
done.
mean? You can't be talking about you all. Not all. It's always not all.
You're the party of hate.
Hashtag not all.
You're the party of hate. You're the party of hate. I was trying to give the guy a break, but you've convinced me. You've
Well,
convinced me.
I'll tell you what. In about a few minutes, I'm going to be headed out to the store anyway. Do you need somebody to step down and give him a slot there, Abe?
In about a few minutes.
That's. I mean, yeah. I gotta wait till 6, but.
So while you're down,
I can drop.
It's
yeah.
not,
So, well, EOD, while you're down the store, I could use some. I could use some red hair dye for my beard while you're there. If you could.
Okay. Here, I'll say
Careful.
this. It's Kieran. You can go fuck yourself. Okay, first of all,
Fuck you.
Secondly, we like to do D&D sometimes. Come check me out. I'm EOD696 on YouTube. Cheers, Abe Dinkus. Love you, brother. I don't want to be in there with a coder anyway. So I'll see you all.
See you.
So yeah, EOD. So yeah, EOD. Love you, man.
Love you too, man. Cheers.
Bye,
No,
everybody.
well, brother.
Brother.
Profoundity.
Let me get my
And he is gone.
let me get my gang colors out. All right, we ready?
So you got the Raider song ready.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't have it ready, but it's there.
Oh man, you want it?
Yeah, do it. Do it if you're already on it.
Is Meatloaf?
Well.
We need your sub. It's so easy. Click the button, like and subscribe. You can do it. Go Ape Dinkos.
Welcome in, Raiders, and thank you.
Good times,
Okay.
Raiders. Ryan.
Hey, Coda,
what-
Ryan, how you going? Oh, sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Just it irritates me a little bit because I know that's a squat rack or a power rack of some type, and you've turned it into like a desk instead of using it to lift, and that makes me a sad panda.
Pad Sanda.
Pad Sander. Is that like a brand of
got the
Fender
lap
hygiene
bar,
product?
okay.
The Pad Sander.
Sounds like
You
it.
can't
does,
use
yeah.
it to like do bench
Bro's
press or
doing
squats or-
weights on channel. What? You dancing monkey,
bars.
dance monkey dance,
Lift,
dance
jump,
monkey
squat.
How you
dance.
doing, guys?
You can do dips.
So we gonna have a
okay,
serious
got the
conversation about
dips.
this?
About what?
About what?
About what?
I think Coder wants to stand in solidarity with us and renounce political violence.
Good call. Good call.
We left. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Well, he hung off his fucking rack, but he was too light to fucking pull down and showed us his balls. Well done, Ryan.
You're welcome.
But would you like to stand in solidarity with us, Ryan, to disavow leftist political violence?
I don't even know that this person was a leftist, but I do disavow political violence.
That was a no. That's a big.
Yeah, that was a
fat
no.
fucking
Do you think that
That's
Charlie's
not a no.
assassination was political violence?
How is saying I
Big
disavow political
fat
violence?
Whoever that
fucking
was,
no.
I don't recognize the voice. Hang on, I'm not. I don't recognize the voice. Just
That
please
isn't
take
really
the mic a little bit farther away from your mouth because we
Something
couldn't
I'm
hear.
not-
So Ryan,
It was a little bit
Yeah,
loud. I got to
hang
say
on,
that was
boys.
a bit loud.
hang on, boys. Ryan, no, hang on, Ryan. Do you think Charlie Kirk deserves what he got?
Absolutely not.
Good man.
There you go. Done.
Do you think it was political violence?
Probably.
That. Just move the mic. Just a
And
little
and
bit
that
farther away from your
right
mouth.
there
Dude.
lets me know the previous comment was a fucking lie.
How do you figure?
Pure lie.
You can't even admit it was political violence.
I don't know the motives of the killer.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
it always
know.
comes
They
back
found
to this.
what was etched into the bullets they found with the gun?
Yes,
Bunch of
we can ask the
memes?
same question. Yes, a bunch of memes, political memes. Yes, like "fuck the fascists," and there was a name of one of the chats they were in, and there was some transgender shit. It was political.
What
CNN,
transgender shit? What transgender shit was on there?
CNN reported
What
that.
transgender shit was on the casings?
You tell me, bro.
There wasn't.
Sure. So it
Yeah,
wasn't
it was.
political. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so you're
Fair
wrong.
enough.
Do you accept, Kieran? Do you accept you were wrong about that?
No.
You were
Do you
misinformed
disavow,
by
Ryan?
people
Do
who
you
were doing
disavow
breaking
leftist
news.
political violence?
Wait,
There was nothing trans related on any of the casings.
Except his boyfriend was trans, right?
That has nothing to do with the casings, Kieran. Well,
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Trans?
That-
Or was the question
don't worry
were
about
there
it.
writing on the casings?
OWO
related to
wasn't
trans
on one.
No, Bulgy Wolgy Uwu.
That
No,
was
fair
that's
enough.
a
That
furry-
is inherent. That is inherently furry and trans both.
Yeah, furry and trans are different things.
No, it's
Ryan.
both. It's used in communities.
Okay, but they're
Ryan,
different
I'll
things, right?
concede. I'll concede. There was no transgender shit on the casings, okay? I'll concede that point. Okay? The dude was wrapped up in a transgender fucking group chat on the
I
internet.
think he was wrapped up with a transgender on more than one occasion
Oh
too.
my god.
Don't make it. I'm just saying. This is what they do. They go,
Relevance.
you said this thing.
Ryan,
no, bro.
Ryan, please
Look at the
just
context.
stand with us and say I disavow leftist political violence.
I disavow political violence. I'm not gonna say
I
leftist
disavow
political violence. I disavow
leftist.
all
The
political
right, the
violence.
right's not political violent.
Bullshit. 3 months ago, Minnesota lawmakers were murdered and attempted to be murdered by a radical right-wing fascist.
No, that's
Wrong.
Not, that's
An
wrong.
anti-abortion,
I'm from Minnesota.
anti-LGBTQ guy
I'm
who
from
had
Minnesota.
70 lawmakers in Minnesota.
I'm
yes.
from Minnesota, Ryan.
Okay.
I know the
Thank you.
story.
Okay, so you know there
that
was a right winger who murdered Democratic lawmakers, right?
Oh,
It
Oh,
was
Ryan,
former- it
wait,
was a
Ryan,
former
there's an
employee.
$8 chat for you to say a thing. It's from Kokomo
Time
right
out.
there. Could you say that?
You know, guys, you're right.
Right.
You're so right. You
Right.
guys are so right. You guys are so right. I tried to extend an olive branch to Ryan so many times, but now I fucking hate that guy. I'm back. on your
Ryan,
side.
do you disavow right-wing political violence?
I disavow all political violence.
Ryan, but what happened in Minnesota wasn't a right winger. It was a former employee of Tim Walz.
He was an anti-abortion activist
No,
who
he
was
a
also
former employee.
anti-LGBTQ.
Look it up. He was a former employee.
I did look it. I looked it up literally yesterday on my stream. We read about this.
Yeah, bullshit.
Did you use Chat
Yeah,
GPT?
bullshit. Well, I mean, like I did. I don't know what to tell you.
Ryan. You know, I stuck up for you all this time. You still
But you're not going to stick out. You're not going to stick up next to me when I'm telling the
Same here.
truth.
no.
No. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, exactly.
Can
You're
you
not.
give-
Gonna, you're gonna lie on my
Ryan,
name.
Ryan, Ryan.
No, you're a liar. The reality of
just
the thing
saying-
is that the reality of the thing is you will not disavow political violence on your side.
I literally
Yeah,
said I disavow all political
No,
violence.
no,
That
no,
includes
no.
all.
That's a cop out. That's a cop
No,
out.
it's okay. He's just saying all.
Not a
He's
fucking
saying,
cop out.
I don't care.
Do Black Lives Matter?
I don't have to answer the question how you want me to answer it, Emmett. You're your bitch.
Oh,
Never will.
you don't.
You don't have to
do
answer
anything.
it how we want you to, but we have to answer you how you want us to. That's crazy.
Ryan,
I
I would
didn't ask any
hate. I
fucking
would hate that.
questions, really.
I would hate something happened to
Well,
you.
what was it
but,
you
know,
asked
have you
people
ever hurt
for
yourself?
months on end? Would you stand
What?
with us against Trump for like whatever? I can't remember the exact question.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, and I would still ask if you would, since he didn't.
So
even
would you
mention
stand with us
he-
against
he
leftist
didn't even
political
mention-
violence?
So what's well?
So will
will
you stand with us
all
against
political
leftist
violence. I do
political
stand against all
violence?
political
Well, there's
violence,
only one
including
side
Trump's
that's being
political
politically
violence.
violent.
Do you stand against Trump's political violence?
What political violence?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What he literally? Okay, so first of all, he literally tried to overturn a free election. Like
He did not.
Oh my God.
using
Yeah?
having his
Really?
by having his fans storm the Capitol.
Having his fans.
And your side literally shot a father of two in the throat.
And stop doing this. That's having his.
Yeah. So Ryan, how many recent I'm trying to stay TOS.
Oh, I can't hear.
How many?
I think my headphone might have.
How many people walked into a place of education with a pew who was also, like a gender bender recently?
Just
trying to be TOS.
do we?
You might say.
5.
Do you realize
5?
like
5.
Hold on, let me.
Which was the question that Charlie Kirk was being asked when he was taken out. Right. So point to where the right is violent, bro. Come on. All of
So
it
when,
is
so
left.
when they murdered a lawmaker 3 months ago and attempted to murder another one.
Yeah.
And that dude was a Democrat.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's
come
what
on.
I'm saying. It was not right wing at all.
What
You need better examples, Ryan.
No, you're just wrong. Like he wasn't a Democrat.
Yeah, sure. You're just wrong.
He
Ryan.
was a registered Democrat, Ryan.
He's just employed by the Democratic Party.
Show me.
Ryan, can you do some more lat pull downs? Can you grab the
maybe
gear
later.
up there and do some lat pull downs and show us, show us your lats, boy.
So do you guys?
We don't.
So
We don't
my
care about the
understanding-
whataboutism. Are you going to stand
you
with
guys
us
seem to
against
believe that
leftist
calling
political
someone a
violence? Yes or
fascist.
no?
You guys seem to believe that calling someone a fascist is endorsing.
It is political violence. What should you do
This-
to
yeah.
fascists, Ryan?
Yes, it is.
What should you do
I
to
mean,
them?
you should not let them
What
get
is
into
everybody
office.
shouting?
You can
No,
vote
shut
against
up.
them.
What is
Wait,
everybody
what should you
shouting
do
we
to
should be doing to
fascists?
fascists? Yeah, what is everybody shouting we should do to fascists?
The first thing you should do is not vote them into office.
What's the second and third and fourth and final thing?
Punch him in the
When we get
face.
there, we don't
Punch
think
a fascist. Punch a
Like, this is
fascist. What?
rhetoric that's shouted from the
Punch
streets.
a fascist. Punch a fascist. Right?
I think you should buy them an ice cream
Who's shouting on
cone.
who's calling for political violence right now?
You are calling. You're calling for
Okay,
political
well,
violence.
Emmett's obviously a moron and can't engage.
No,
so
you
if
are
anyone else wanna
calling for
engage,
political
who's shouting
violence.
for political
You are
violence
just
right now?
doing it. You just don't get it, but you're doing it.
Okay, so who's shouting for political violence right now?
You.
The
How about
left.
Elon Musk?
How about you?
What has
People
Elon
who
Musk
don't
done
know
to
what
advocate
what
for
a
violence?
fascist is, and then call other people that thing. Those people.
You want me to read some exact quotes? So Elon Musk tweeted the day of the shooting, literally hours less than hours after it happened. He said the left is the party of murder.
Yeah.
Is he on
yeah,
here
right.
right
It is
now?
true. It's true.
He's
It's
right.
true. And yeah, so Ryan, you are
he
a
on here
fucking
right now?
liar. Ryan, you're a
Oh,
fucking
why am I a
liar.
liar?
Because you're lying to yourself and you're lying to us. You fucking
What am I lying
liar.
about exactly? Just be clear.
Everything. Every word that comes out of your mouth is a fucking
Okay,
lie.
so you don't have a specific example. You're just asserting this broadly. Right?
Yeah, you just
my
think,
specifics
I
is
have a-
everything.
When you obfuscate saying the right.
So is anyone?
Can we
specific
get
thing
a
that I'm
single
allegedly lying
example
about?
of everything, though, Kieran?
So
No,
I got you.
whatever.
I got you.
So- so the
I got
question-
you. I got you, Kieran.
That's what
When
these people
you
do.
say that
It's
when
what
you
they
say
do.
the right are advocating violence, you say Elon Musk and Trump. You're literally voicing your support for leftist political violence.
no, I'm not.
Yes, you are. That is the,
No.
that is the logical continuation of when you say that they're being politically violent.
I want them to. My prescription is for them to stop calling for political violence.
They haven't called for political violence not one
They
time.
never do, bro. They never do. The left do
He
it
said
all the
the
time.
left is the party of murder. There's people saying they've declared war.
They are. They are.
There's people saying I'm ready for
your
civil
party
war.
has.
These are all like major. These are all like major right wing pundits.
Your party
But that is
murdered
what the
a
left
father.
Elon Musk said if they won't leave us in peace, then our choice is fight or die.
That's a fact. That's not political violence. They literally
No,
just
it's
executed a father.
What do you mean they? Who's they? Who's they? Who's they?
The left.
Ryan,
Leftists.
Ryan, what you just said, Ryan.
Let's just
what-
kill
what
Charlie
you
Kirk. Is
just-
what you're saying right now.
Ryan,
Yes, the
what you
left.
just described, Ryan.
One guy killed Charlie Kirk, right?
The
Ryan,
left. The people
what
who
you
call
just
him
said is
Nazi,
self-defense.
the people who call him a fascist,
Hold on.
those
Guy.
people, the left.
Hold on.
Time. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
One
you
at
guys
a
are
time.
obviously gaslighting.
One
Okay, I'll
guy.
do
Way
it.
over the top.
I'll do it, Ryan. What you just described that Elon Musk said was self-defense, brother. That was self-defense he was speaking about against the radical left who actually kill people. The right don't do it.
What
He was
literally
saying,
3 months
stand
ago. Literally
Fight,
3 months ago,
resist.
Minnesota lawmakers were murdered by a right
Oh,
wing.
shut up, Ryan. Shut up,
By
Ryan.
a,
you fucking liar.
Democrat hired by the Democratic Party is who murdered that lawmaker.
Not a Democrat.
Bullshit.
An anti-LGBTQ, anti-abortion activist is what you're talking about.
Bullshit.
There are people who are leftists that are anti-LGBT and anti-abortion. They're still leftists.
Okay, well,
They
guess
just
what? This
don't
guy wasn't
support
one of them.
everything. They still don't support. They just don't support abortion or the LGBT. Talk to tankies about it. Tankies don't.
Is a
support
hot dog
I
violence.
don't consider.
sandwich, though?
Personally, I don't consider tankies to be.
They're literally communists, dumbass.
I don't
literally
consider
communists.
I think tankies are like fascistic.
Are you
Because you're
That's
retarded.
hilarious.
Yeah, I know it's hilarious because you don't understand the
Anything
word
I
they're using,
don't
which is
like
fine.
is category A.
No, Ryan, because I'm literally a fascist. That's why.
I know you are. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're not fascists. They're communists.
So when he says he's a fascist, do you think he's calling for violence against him, guys?
I think he's being dumb when he calls himself a fascist.
not being dumb, he believes it.
He's taking a moniker that was given to him by leftists and appropriating it to try to make a political point.
So anyone, so wait, just to be clear, I want to
No, shut the fuck up! I'm not done. I'm not fucking done.
Yeah, I don't care. There's like 8 people.
Not done. I'm not done. Fucking retard. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and just finish.
Yeah, so when Trump
we're gonna talk about each other, we're just gonna talk. Yeah, well, every time we go
when Trump calls the Democrats
when
fascist,
he goes
he's calling for
ahead,
violence
when
against
he
them.
goes ahead and does something, it's
When
whatever
Trump
you say,
calls the
right?
Democrats fascist,
when
is he
people
calling for
go
violence
on
against
each other, I'm not done.
calling
Whenever
them what
you
he's
go ahead
called.
and let me.
When Trump calls the Democrats
no,
fascist,
I'm
is he
not
calling
done.
for violence against them? Yes or no?
When
He's
he
calling
called
them
him
what
fascist.
he's being called. He's calling them back what they're.
So
calling
he's
him.
saying also political violence is justified against them, is what you're saying.
Unless the left is saying,
When-
unless the left is calling for political violence when they call someone a fascist, by your own logic, because
No,
Trump is
I'm
calling them what he's
so
calling
you guys
back.
might have heard of this thing because you're all Wilson fans, right? It's called an internal critique. Okay, so I don't believe that calling someone a fascist is endorsing violence against them.
When did Trump call anybody a fascist?
Do you want like a montage because they exist?
Yes, I
like-
want it. I
Okay,
want
hang on. Yeah. Hold your breath.
Yeah,
Hold
go
your breath for a
real
minute.
quickly.
Where's the room for those of us who are for political violence?
Hopefully not here. I would assume Abe would disavow that, but
I don't know. You're
Well,
here.
You won't
allow it.
you won't even disavow political, like leftist political.
yeah, I
violence.
disavowed all political violence. You dumb bitch. But okay.
Wait,
No,
is
you
that-
don't.
What
dumb
political
bitch.
violence is there, you dumb bastard?
The murder of Democratic lawmakers literally 2 months ago.
What if I'm
like 2.5 months ago.
What if I'm homo-fash? What if I'm gay, man? You call
I mean,
me
they're out there. There are gay
anti-LGBT.
fascists. Yes, there are trans fascists. There are gay fascists. They're out there. Yeah.
I
The disclaimer
mean,
button needs to be pressed right now.
What? Yeah. I think the most expedient way for the names to get reset is for everybody to change their own names back.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
I just realized you.
Hey,
can't
Ryan,
change
do you
your own
still
name.
support Mel when he come up on my panel being giddy about Charlie Kirk's assassination, saying that he's pro-guns now? Do you still support that?
I don't support anyone being giddy about Charlie Kirk's assassination. Although I understand why some people have less empathy than I
There it is.
When you say Mel, you mean Furby or
Yeah.
not Pandora? Okay.
And we don't
Furby.
know shit about Mel.
I think Pandora's making a comeback. There's been a few things I've heard and things going around.
Ryan, why do you always look like you're on your period?
do. Because I'm bleeding out of my vagina.
Yeah, no shit.
All the time. The axe wound. You should get an Israeli bandage for that.
What the fuck?
So Spiro wants you guys to press me, asking me if I have less empathy like the people he understands who do. Press him, please. Do I have less empathy than
You have
like,
no
what?
empathy, dude. Shut the
I
fuck up.
apparently
You
have no.
no
Okay,
fucking
so I do have
at all.
empathy. As
No,
I've
you
said
don't have
over and
any.
over since this
None.
happened the day of,
No
like, when I
empathy.
saw the fucking
None
footage,
at all.
right?
None.
I've been very
None.
clear
You have
in
no
every
fucking
context,
empathy.
even offline,
At all.
in personal conversations.
At all.
that
You
I have
went on
empathy
and it's
for
like,
Charlie
oh, but
Kirk
what
and his
was
family.
Charlie Kirk wearing? Have you seen him wearing that? Maybe he deserved it. That's what you're saying. Every single time. You have no.
I had a dream.
Are you gonna finish the speech? Finish the speech. You gotta
be
finish the
careful,
whole
Dennis,
speech
and
if you're
remember what
gonna
happened
start
to the
it.
last person who had a dream.
I had a dream, and in that dream,
How would
Ryan
you-
was gone.
In that dream,
What do you mean gone? What do you mean gone?
Men stopped pretending
Like
that
gone,
they could
like
see
a wave.
inside the hearts and minds of other men.
Like I wouldn't be able to, express my free speech anymore because
Now
something
we're
happened
back
to me.
at mind reading
I-
here. What the fuck?
I would like you not to be able to express your freedom of speech, just not violent, just not due to violence,
How would you stop me?
censorship. the same way that you guys stab everyone else.
Yeah.
So,
What do you mean, what did I do? Who did I silence? I've been talking to fascists for 5 fucking years.
You don't write.
You
so Ryan,
silenced me, Ryan.
Ryan, I've got a question for Ryan.
Do you support
Bro,
YouTube
bro, hang on.
and other social
Hang on,
media?
To answer Spyro, who has been talking shit on my name, by the way, no, my
Just
empathy level is not
like a
similar. to
very simple question for Ryan.
It's non-existent.
Ryan. So Ryan, do you think the far right should calm down and engage in conversation
Yes.
with the left?
We
should engage
literally
in
tried
conversation
that.
with the
Charlie
left?
Kirk was that guy.
Kieran, you're
Okay, so saying we've already tried
No, we're
saying that they no
fucking
longer. So
also.
the time has passed, is what you're saying for words.
No,
I think
radical.
the time. My honest
hang on, boy.
opinion. I think the
Hang on.
time for words is
Orthodox
rapidly
guy.
approaching to being over because you people have
Orthodox
killed
guy.
people who want words.
Sorry, bro.
You people.
I'm on your
I
side.
think
Just
it
want
was
to be very
over
clear.
100
Some
years
22-year-old
ago.
moron is you people.
Yeah, so Ryan,
You're a lefty,
do you
so
think,
yeah, you people.
Ryan, hang on, boys. Ryan, do you
So
think,
all you guys are
Just give
responsible
me a
for
clear
murdering those
answer.
Minnesota lawmakers, is what you're telling me.
Give me a clear answer.
No, it
Do
was
you
also
think-
all
By you
lefty.
guys, you mean Democrats
please,
supporting
There's
left.
something
boys,
homoerotic
one
about the way y'all are dogpiling on Ryan right
One at a time.
It is psychosexual.
One question for Ryan. Okay, boys, just one question for Ryan. Yes, one at a time. That's me. So be quiet now. Ryan, do you think the far right should calm down and have conversations with the left?
Yes.
Okay. Do you realise that was what Charlie Kirk was doing?
Yes.
And what happened?
Some 22-year-old killed him.
So what kind of advice
22-year-old
would have...
leftist killed him.
Correct.
22-year-old. We don't know the political orientation of killed him.
Yes, we do. You fucking
Yes,
retard.
we
Of course
literally
do.
do based on what was. on
Ryan,
his
do you
freaking
think
rap.
that Charlie Kirk was murdered for the things that he said?
Probably yes.
Do you think that's political violence?
Probably.
Okay, thank you.
That's valid.
Holy shit, we
Ryan,
have agreement.
so- no, we don't. No, we don't. He's still fucking
No, we
lying.
don't.
He's still fucking lying.
If a massive contingent
He
of
won't
the
even
right,
accept agreement.
Hey,
If the
even if
massive-
it's a lie, it's still technically an agreement, right? At the
if a
same
massive
time.
contingent of the right feels that it's unsafe to go out and talk because of this event, what should they do, Ryan?
I also feel less safe. I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people feel less safe.
Yeah, I have
think
for
we should
decades
feel this
now.
stuff, yeah. Ryan,
That's
I
the
reckon
point.
we
That's
should
the
feel
point
this
of
stuff.
terrorism.
Yeah, I agree. It's bad.
Yeah,
Which is why
Ryan.
it's now
Ryan.
it-
Yeah, because
All
Ryan.
censor ourselves here, especially
Yes,
on YouTube.
yeah, Ryan disavows it because he has a sneaking feeling in his gut that his own words are going to come back and bite him on the fucking ass. That's why he's fucking scared.
Okay, so everyone is continuing to put words in my mouth, and obviously that's not what I said. Obviously, that's not my sentiment. So, I mean,
Keep
Kieran's
on,
welcome
I'll
to
put
feel
something
that
in
way.
your
He's
mouth.
projecting his own values onto me, but that's not where I stand. So that's fine.
I made a comment in the chat. You might look at it.
What the fuck is K2 doing up here?
He's playing Helldivers.
True.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Divers of the
Ryan, every word that you have spewed, everything you have said will come back on you, brother. That's why you're scared.
What words? And that sounds like vaguely like a threat, but what words are you specifically referring to?
Yeah, that was a threat. Get the fuck out of here, dickhead.
Good to know. Good to know. Thank you for admitting it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're encouraging
With
political violence
words.
against me right now. I think you are. Yeah.
In Australian,
In
Australian, someone across the world is threatening political.
Yeah, he's
violence.
encouraging political violence against me. Yeah.
Kirk
Yeah, that's
lives
what I
matter.
did.
This is why I don't like having foreigners in conversations about American politics, whether they're on my side or not. But either way, no one's.
Well, American politics is world politics.
This is why I don't like foreigners.
That's why I don't like foreigners.
Oh wait, I was supposed to add more to that. Sorry.
The problem is people have been had their channel shut down, themselves censored completely because of things they've said in the past over the last however
Yeah, because
long.
they, I mean,
But
generally
lefties
because they broke
Since
YouTube's
before you
POS,
were
right?
born, Abe.
Lefties fuckers.
That's true. That's true.
Even
And
on
Ryan's really scared because he's seeing the tide turning, and he's worried he's going to get shut down for the things he said. Now, okay,
So
Ryan,
do I have to,
tell me.
respond to
tell me-
Kieran like characterizing me, or should we just all pretend?
Yeah, so
like he's
Ryan,
obviously
tell me
having a
about.
schizophrenic episode.
No,
I
what
think we
Ryan's
should
going to say.
ignore him.
What,
Actually,
what Ryan's going to say is I'm advocating
Why
for
don't you
shutting
just
down
ask me?
White.
Why don't you just ask me my take on something instead of like putting words in my mouth like a baby
We
bitch?
have all night. We've asked you to take all
Because the
night.
answers
And I've
might
answered.
not be
I've answered every
consistent with the
fucking
narrative
question you
that he
asked me,
wants to
Kieran.
tell.
I know,
can't
but you're a
answer any
liar.
question.
Yeah, but you're a liar.
Okay.
See how that works, Ryan?
Is lefty political violence wrong?
All political
political
violence
violence
is wrong.
Oh, I know. What a cop out. This is why we
Do
don't
you
ask
guys
you
think?
questions
Does everyone
anymore.
here
Do
think
Black
all
Lives
political violence
Matter?
is wrong?
Yes.
Do Kirk lives matter?
Charlie Kirk's life mattered. Yes.
Was the Revolutionary War political violence?
Potentially.
I think it counts. So
Okay, so maybe we
Potentially.
could. So if we're gonna steer
Potentially,
away,
maybe. I don't
I think not
know.
all political violence.
if we're gonna have a
is
conversation about whether like any war is ever justified, I feel like that's a different conversation than right now declaring whether or not individual political acts of violence are justified. Right?
It's just that when you first got here, you kind of leaned
representation.
against the idea that it was political violence that when Kirk was assassinated.
No, what
Since
I said
then-
was I'm not 100%
since then you
sure that's what it is.
clarified. Yeah,
I
you
don't know that
clarified.
for sure. is what I'm
Right, you clarified that you're leaning actually the opposite way, which I think is justified.
I think it probably was political violence, but I think also that like this is a 22-year-old who's extremely mentally ill, and I don't know that I would say they were like some I don't think they like had like political values necessarily that I share. Like I don't know.
Are
if
you
that's
saying
true.
the LGBT and trans individuals are mentally ill? Right.
No, that
This
assassins
guy,
are mentally
the
ill.
assassin.
No,
I'm not talking about
Ryan
his
said he
girlfriend or
didn't
boyfriend or whatever.
agree with somebody that was interacting with LGBTQ
What?
in a relationship. That's what I heard. Did I misunderstand?
What, I'm sorry. What are you saying, Grumble?
You said you didn't agree with any of his, or maybe I misunderstood. Could you?
Yeah, I think
restate
you
it?
misunderstood.
He said there was nothing trans on the bullets, and there's no proof that it was trans motivated.
That's technically true. Although since we found out that his partner is trans, I lean more towards that might have had something to do with why he decided to do this. But I would never put the blame on that trans partner, unless something comes out that suggests otherwise.
Or all
Well,
trans
there
people,
were-
which is
there
kind
were-
of stupid to do, right?
Yeah,
there was
absolutely.
there was evidence of collusion on Discord, but Discord rapidly responded.
That's
by
not what the
deleting
Utah governor
Discord.
said. The Utah governor said there was no evidence that there was collusion or whatever. Like there was no evidence that this person was a suspect or associated in any way.
Then why did Discord delete the pages and the person off of Discord?
Discord is a horrible platform. Also, they ban and delete things willy nilly. They just do. Just
Yeah, probably because it
as
was
a side-
associated with a massive
Twitch and
like
Discord do too.
world-shaking event of political violence. That
Why wouldn't they wait for the FBI to investigate it?
Well, I'm sure the
They-
FBI
I don't think
actually
the
has
FBI
access to that.
those messages right now.
Yeah, they have that.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally,
It's
like,
only
literally talking about
deleted
this.
for us. Like they still have all that information. It's never actually ever totally deleted.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
look.
none
I'm
of
from
them.
Utah. I guarantee
None
you,
of
the
them.
Utah FBI has investigated this. They're just not releasing it. This is the problem of just reacting too quickly, right?
Oh, well, with because of the ties, I doubt that it'll be actually released. Have we still gotten the what was it? It was Tennessee, wasn't it? I can't remember. We still haven't gotten the manifestos from these people over the church shootings.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
to
about-
end
hey,
up
what do you
leaning
guys
towards
know- are you
being
guys- do you guys know anything about the
trans-motivated,
school
there will
shooting
be a
happening?
political effort to
So do you guys
suppress
know
it.
anything about the school
Absolutely.
shooting that happened at around the same time? as
It's
Charlie
only
Kirk's
going to
shooting?
take. It's only going to take
Yeah,
40
Evergreen,
years
2
for it
kids
to
were
be.
killed.
Shut the fuck up. It's only going to take
Fuck
40
you.
years for it to be released.
Wow.
Obfuscating about the school shooting that happened the same.
I'm
day
not
around the
obfuscating
same
about anything.
time.
I'm asking if you guys were aware of what happened there.
Yes,
Yes, we are. But yes, but
2
you're
students
obfuscating.
were killed.
I hadn't heard
What,
it.
what do you
Yes,
think his
you're
motivation was?
obfuscating. Who cares? Not the point.
Okay, so why? So we shouldn't care about Charlie Kirk's murderers?
We should-
association either?
Different.
So we
We're,
should
we're
just
having a
change the subject.
specific
We'll
conversation.
just
about
subject,
Charlie
right?
Kirk.
Why are we
Yeah.
only talking about one murder that day and not
Stay
others?
on topic because the topic of the conversation is Charlie
Oh,
Kirk.
I didn't know that was the rule. I'm sorry, Abe.
That's-
Is that the rule here? We can only talk about that one shooting.
Well,
No,
it's
but
called
the thing is you're
it's called a
equivocating, and
conversation,
it's
dickhead.
kind of whataboutism. I mean,
It's not
It's a
whataboutism. What
Yes,
about
it is.
if you
Yes,
were
it-
asking
what about
me?
the children? Somebody save the children. Somebody save the
What
children.
about this other thing? That's literally whataboutism.
What about those of us who
Not
are?
whataboutism. It's not what whataboutism
Just-
means.
It is. It is. It is.
That's literally the definition of what about it.
Mentioning another event is not doing a whataboutism.
Going,
you could
what
have said-
about the
what you could have said,
underschool?
what about the school? That's what aboutism, bro. Exactly.
You don't understand what you're referring to, which is fine. But we.
No,
I'm
what
pretty sure
about
it is.
some?
You guys clearly don't want to talk about the Nazi-inspired violence that happened in that school. That's fine. But
Here we go. Nazi inspired. You're doing it again. You're doing it again. You fucking retard. You're doing it again.
A kid getting bullied and taking out his anger is not Nazi-inspired violence.
Well, I'm curious how he
Okay,
was
so you're
able
unaware.
to.
Again, you're unaware of that shooting, which is fine. We don't have to talk about it. It's
Ryan,
fine.
how
guys
are
don't
you
wanna talk
able
about
to determine that it was
happened
Nazi
every
inspired in the same amount of time as you're not able to determine Charlie Kirk's assassination's motive?
Well, actually, I can clear it up. Coda, you're a Nazi, bro. And what should people do to Nazis?
for
You're a
fuck's
Nazi.
sake.
Not vote them into office.
Oh,
I believe in the
sorry.
First Amendment in America. I believe Nazis.
Oh, do
I
you?
believe in the
Do
right
you?
of Nazis to espouse their views in America.
You believe what?
I believe in the right of Nazis in the United States of America to espouse their views.
We should ban not only
That's
leftists,
amazing.
but also
How is it
That's
amazing?
amazing.
It's literally the First Amendment. We have a First Amendment. You guys might not. You may not value that. I do. That's fine.
But you just said
Which means you
you
just
just
don't get
said that
arrested
you
for it.
believe in the right. You believe in the right for Nazis to express their views.
Yes.
Good job, bro.
Thanks,
Good
Ryan. I
job.
appreciate your support.
Ironically, Ryan.
Fucking retard.
There's also
Fucking retard.
Schmittler
I
had a
value the
dog,
First Amendment.
so-
I think if we use the First Amendment, or if we stopped using the First Amendment, like to be fair, Trump is currently cracking down on leftist organizations who he alleges had anything to do with this, which obviously they didn't. But I do believe that if we were to crack down on Nazis or whatever, or fascists or anybody, then that would equally come back down on the left, which I think would be terrible.
Yeah, but also, Coda. So, do you think the Nazi Party should be allowed to run for government in America,
Yeah, sure.
and the Communist Party should be allowed to run for government?
Yeah, I think people should vote against both. Well, probably the Communist Party, depending on what their values are, because communist is a
All
very
of
broad
them-
term. But
Wait, all of them technically, just like you can own a tank, all of those parties can run. They just have to meet thresholds of petitions or whatever their local.
Yeah, but do you think they should be allowed to? So, so do you think a Sharia law party should be allowed to run for government? You do. I fucking knew the answer before I even asked it.
yes, I think people should vote against them.
I mean,
but I
the
think they should
irony
be allowed
is,
to run.
Karen, is that if you don't, then you don't believe in democracy, and therefore you're kind of advocating
you-
for the views that you think should even be allowed.
So, do you think you live in a democracy?
I am not.
No,
we live in
I
a
wasn't making a comment
democratic
about whether or not I'm living in a democracy. I was merely pointing out the fact that if you don't support democratic values, you're advocating for undemocratic values that you're supposedly saying shouldn't even be allowed.
What has a democracy got to do with living? What has
Democracy
living in a
is literally
democracy got
people
to
being
do-
able to vote for shit. That's what
I
democracy
know, but
is.
No, that's
I
not
know,
what it
but
means.
I know, but you live in a
Oh, go fuck
constitutional.
yourself.
You live in a constitutional republic, not a democracy.
Who
This whole
cares
thing
where I
about
live? It's got
democracy-
nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Why are you even bringing it up?
Kieran, not all republics are not all democracies are republics, but all republics are democracies. Calm down.
No,
there,
they're not.
Boomer.
Oh, are they? Are they really?
They
not sure about
literally
that, but-
are. By definition of democracy, you vote.
Our specific
can go and
republic,
vote.
in our specific republic, we elect our representatives. We vote for our representatives.
It's called a representative democracy,
Yes, exactly.
Democracy.
which has nothing to do with my point either. You know, despite the fact that you're still wrong, I was curious about what it is you're espousing. Then, if you don't think people should have the right to choose what they vote for, what system is
They
that?
should have that choice, is what I said.
Well, I think they
Not
I
you,
think
Ryan.
I just think the USA should not allow the Nazi Party to run for government or the Communist Party to run for government.
Why?
Huh.
That's
Are
fine.
you?
You
Are you?
can have that.
Kieran,
Why?
quick
Why?
counterpoint.
Why?
Are you
Oh
American?
my God! No, hang on.
Americans can
I'll
also have
answer
that
the
view, by the
question.
way. I believe that they should also be allowed to have that view because I do believe in the First Amendment across the board.
Hey, just I'll
answer
bridge
the
the gap
question.
on this
I'll
one.
answer the
Oh, wait,
question
Kieran,
because
I'll bridge the
no,
gap.
no,
on this
no,
one
no.
for
Hang
you.
on.
Kieran,
I'm going to respond. and
you respond, then I'll bridge
then
the
you-
gap. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
thank you. Because if you allow a Nazi party or a Communist party to run, they literally want to undermine the whole system itself. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
You're undermining the system by saying they shouldn't be allowed to run. That's why it doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, you're wrong.
No,
You're wrong.
yes,
You're showing
yes.
the unfixable flaws of this.
So wait,
system
let me
by
bridge
this
the gap
argument.
here. Okay, so this is the gap bridge. Okay, you name two parties that shouldn't be able to run. Who decides who's on that list?
Karen,
Yeah.
He decides.
Slippery slope. Oh, I mean, if it's Grumple that decides, I mean, fuck, let them all.
Was it
You
a-
literally, well, hang on. Just go intuitively. You guys literally fought a war against these guys. Like a world war. And you're saying,
And we lost, by the
then
way.
you're saying,
Just saying.
And then you're saying we should allow the people whose ass we kicked to save the world to run a party in our country. What the fuck's wrong with you, bro?
They already do. The Fourth Reich is alive and well in the United States.
Did we save the world? It
Kieran,
doesn't look
those
like
are
we
not the same
saved the
people,
world.
There's
Those
a
aren't-
reason. There's a reason.
They're
that-
absolutely not the same people.
There's a reason that those people never make it into power anymore. It's because of the fact that they don't have the support. Now they can believe what they want to believe.
There you go.
They can believe it all day long, but they're not going to garner the support of the people. It's just not going to happen. Not in today's day and age where we've actually seen what that does.
I mean, if you want to see an example,
Give it a few more years and a few more leftist political assassinations.
Maybe could be right on that one. I ain't gonna
Okay, if
argue
you
with
want
that.
to see,
I know I'm right because I actually studied the rise of the Third Reich. What you're seeing happen in America is the same thing that happened in Weimar Germany. People got tired of it. That's why you'll see a rise in militias and things like that reminisce the Free Corps. You'll see if the government doesn't clamp down on leftists, you will see.
Well, the government might
We'll see
clamp
what-
down on the right, though, in prevention.
Shut up, Ryan.
Don't worry about prevention. The left is a social solvent. It's acidic. Fuck the left. Like seriously, they try to
Do you think the German people were like, you know what, this H-man has great ideas at first? No, they weren't. They didn't like these ideas. They didn't like the ultranationalism. They liked the free trade. They liked the freedom that the Weimar Republic offered. But then when they saw all this degenerate bullshit being pushed on their children, when they saw the actual social issues that this unregulated freedom brings, and then all these leftist political violence that happen. Remember, Antifa militias, pro-communist militias shoot up the streets in Weimar, Germany. So, I mean, I'm just going to sit back and prop my foot up. I'm going to let y'all argue because I am a National Socialist.
Yeah, we know.
Same.
And watch. I'm just going to sit back and watch as the nation collapses because the conservatives, they can't do nothing against the left. The people who value democracy, you can't do nothing against the left.
Do you guys recognize
Because
that
you
Orthodox
destroy
guy
your own-
right now is trying to stochastically inspire political violence
I'm
right
not
now?
being- I'm
Like,
not
that's what he's
being
doing right now. Do you
I'm
guys
not
understand
being
that?
No, I don't realize that.
I'm not being sarcastic, nor am I promoting political violence. The NSDAP took power in elections. They didn't use political violence. Know
Yeah,
your
but bro-
history, Ryan.
Yeah, but bro, like Orthodox guy,
Our H-man was elected. Sorry.
when you sound based, it really freaks out Ryan because Ryan's just trying to find his way in the world and he's trying to find a fucking worldview and he hasn't got one. Literally thinks the Nazi Party should be allowed to run for elections in America. What
So
the
do
fuck's
I.
wrong with you?
Okay.
What? Yeah, well then you're both fucked up.
Well, can you explain to me why it is that it shouldn't be allowed in America? Now, I'm not talking about Australia. I'm talking about
Sure.
America. Why should it not be allowed?
Because it would undermine. It's contrary to the whole fucking system. Like, what are you talking about?
No.
He's not making any
So is
sense, Brick.
fascism.
I don't think you're gonna get anywhere with this.
How is
Maybe.
it? How does it undermine the
I was
system,
looking for
Kieran?
something.
Because National Socialism is about that culture and nation. Like National Socialism in America would look radically different than in 1930s Germany.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
does.
so
Because
no,
in
fair enough.
1930s Germany, they were a semi-monarchy. So
I'll
they
respond.
replaced the king with the Führer.
Yeah, I'll respond. So Clay, do you think the world would be better if the Nazis won the war?
Okay.
Well, that's not really an answer.
They did.
Stop
Just
saying
a
it over and
question.
over.
Just asking the question. Do you think the world
There's
would
a
be better?
show about that.
That's not
I
a
didn't
real
see it. It's
answer.
called Man in the High Castle.
They did
Well,
win.
Well, you can answer the question. You can answer the question.
No, you
Do you think
answered
the
the
good
question
guys
with a
won with
question.
what we're
That's what I'm
going with
saying.
what we're going through in the
Well,
current
let's keep
world
going.
order? Do you think the good guys won?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
it
of
would
course you
help-
think the
it
good
would
guys
help
won
if-
because you're part of the left.
It would help.
Okay.
Sarcastic, put something in the back. Just be mindful of
Yes,
things.
please.
Things.
Yeah, please don't say that.
over and over.
Yeah. Because Abe would like to keep his channel, please.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I'm sorry. What are we not allowed to say?
TOS. It's not really TOS, but
Things
it's something
related
that's going to be
to-
flagged. So just
I wasn't
related-
listening though. I was reading the chat. I missed it.
oh, it's in the
Things-
back chat.
Just say
Things
yacht.
related to people with small hats, including
Small
a
hats
party
or
that did
certain
things
types
to
of.
them.
Oh, the other N word. That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
People,
Yeah,
Gotcha.
don't.
those people.
If you can avoid saying that, it's better for the channel.
Just say Yahtzees.
It climbs in the algorithm too.
Just say something else, or like schmatzy. Just just
Yeah.
just say something else. so that
MSP,
people know
I
what
think,
you're talking
works
about
pretty
Just
good.
without saying
literally
that
say
exact word.
National Socialist.
So what
Yeah,
did
National
what did I
Even that
miss,
might
guys?
be-
What did
No,
I
it's
miss?
fine.
What happened?
Well, you know,
Yeah, no, I
we were
actually
doing
agree.
a cooking contest,
The most
and Abe brought out
heated-
this magnificent pasta dish, but then Kieran, he had some kind of kangaroo burger and they were head to head, and it was really close for like a hot minute. But I'm not sure, because Abe had a secret. He had a secret, trick up his sleeve where he had kangaroo meatballs on the pasta dish.
Interesting. Interesting.
I still don't know how it's going to turn out. The final judging isn't in yet.
Yeah. What did Ryan have to do with it?
Well, Ryan likes
Ryan
having
just
balls.
Ryan
shit all
enjoys
over the
kangaroo.
stage.
Ryan
Where's
enjoys
your
kangaroo meat
stance?
also.
Where's your stance, Ryan, on this?
Ryan likes kangaroo balls.
Wait,
He's one of the
question? I'm
judges.
sorry. What's the question?
No, Ryan,
No.
did you think Abe's pasta dish that had kangaroo meatballs or Kieran's kangaroo burger
I don't know if this
was the
I don't
better?
They both
Okay,
sound
Gordon
disgusting.
Ramsay.
Well, pasta or burger.
Don't want to engage in the conversation. I mean, come on.
Dan, what were you asking me?
Come on,
Depends on
Ryan.
what.
No,
type
no,
of-
no.
You're better
I
than
was
this.
just asking what was I missing? What has been happening? I was away
Oh,
for a little
so
while.
I came on. They asked
Ryan
me to
won't
disavow.
disavow leftist political
Yeah,
violence.
so they came
Let-
on. I
let
came
Ryan-
on. They asked. Well, I thought he was asking me. So I came on and they asked
Yes.
me to disavow leftist political violence. I said I disavow political violence, and they said that I was lying, basically, and that's what's been happening.
Well,
Really?
I believe OG's probably giving you a hard time, which he always does. But I don't know. Kieran might be serious.
No, I believe he's serious, but Kieran thinks I'm lying. He's saying I'm lying,
I
yeah.
say it's an obfuscation. I didn't say he was lying. I said it's obfuscation because the
Yeah,
right
Kieran
doesn't
said I
like
was
political
lying.
Violence.
So Ryan, what's your stance on whatever is happening right now in
I
the
think
sphere?
the right needs to de-escalate and stop calling for fucking civil war.
Oh,
The right needs to de-escalate, but it's not
Yes.
a prolific leftist speaker that got shot in the throat, taken away from his kids.
Yes,
and
but
his
2 months
wife.
ago, Democratic Democratic
Hey,
lawmakers in
Democrat.
Minnesota were murdered.
Hey,
that wasn't
a
a
Democrat.
That wasn't an
Say
assassination,
red wrong.
dumbass.
They say, of course, it was an assassination. What are you talking about?
Wasn't. They
Hey,
knew
De-
How
hey,
is that not an
Democrat.
assassination? He literally murdered elected officials in the United
Assassination.
States. What are you talking about?
Ryan,
Assassinations are caused by people you don't know.
if you can, Ryan, say red rum or something like unaliving. Again, same principle.
Fine. You okay? You all heard what I said, so we can engage with what I said now. Okay, right?
All right. So Ryan, I would say that I think that we're on the same page then, right? We don't have to point fingers. We can just agree that, come on, guys, let's just.
They literally wouldn't
Yeah, and there's
accept
one political
agreement
party
from Ryan.
that's not doing that. Every Democratic elected official has condemned what happened, but the right is calling for the right is calling
Really
to
now,
escalate.
they may
Yes.
have condemned it, really, but when
Yes.
it was asked for a
Maxine
moment
Waters?
of silence for Charlie Kirk, they
It's not-
actively
yeah.
fought against.
So they
it.
actually did the moment of
No,
silence, and then
it's-
there was
it's
requested
not
for
a-
another
yeah,
prayer
yeah.
after the fact, right?
It's not a
So
monologue.
why are you lying about that, Orthodox? Do you just not know, or are you lying about it intentionally?
I'm not lying about it. We watched.
Okay,
the
so
footage.
you're aware then
We-
that they
we
actually
watched
had the
the
moment of
footage.
silence.
We
They
watched the
respected the
footage.
moment of silence, and then they
We
were
watched
asked
the
for
footage.
another thing, right?
We watched the footage, Ryan.
Well,
Yes,
it's
I
not
watched
a
the
mon-
footage. Yes, that's why I'm repeating what I watched on the
It's not a
footage.
monolith though. Like these are people, and I see a lot of people on the left right now are like.
It doesn't have
getting-
to be a monolith to be
No.
a problem. It can be as little as 1% if people are
Well,
still
I-
doing
I
it.
Yeah, well, the
I-
richest
I-
man in the
I
world right now is
appreciate-
calling for
like-
violence against the left. The richest man in the world
I
who owns
appreciate
a social media
whoever-
platform
I
is calling for
appreciate
violence against the
Technically,
left.
he's not the richest man in the world anymore. The dude
Okay, I'm
from
sorry,
Oracle
second
is.
richest man in the fucking world. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no.
But
Hey, but he's
before we
not
move on from
calling
it,
for
Ryan, do
political
you have
So who's
evidence that
speaking?
Maxine? Just what? One moment, Ryan. Before we move on too far from it, do you have evidence that Maxine Waters, who is probably the biggest provocateur, who's an elected
Well, I don't agree with that characterization already, but finish.
Did Maxine Waters? Did she was good with the moment of silence for Charlie Kirk?
They had a moment of silence. Everyone did the moment of silence, and then there was another request for a prayer. Right? The moment of silence included a prayer, by the way.
This is news to me.
Okay, yeah, I know
I've been a little bit
because you only heard about this like through the grapevine instead of like watching it. Like
no, I didn't hear about. I heard about it from you just now.
Can I say what I was gonna say?
If you're my grapevine, then I mean,
can I say what I was gonna say?
Let Dan go, please.
Yeah, because I really appreciate like we can all get together. Like screw the left or the right now. Something happened that supersedes that, and we have people on the left going from the extreme left, and we have people on the extreme right wanting to do the same thing as the extreme left did. So can we just get
Charlie
together
Kirk
and
literally
just
said we should
can someone shut the fuck up? Stop interrupting me.
Can we stop obfuscating from what Charlie wanted?
He
wanted us to politicize the events. That's the only thing that'll bring change. Those are his words.
I'm asking to say one thing, and then you can say whatever you want. I'm just saying, can we just freaking us people here who has nothing to do with whatever is going on? Can we just agree to get together on what is right and what is wrong when it comes to political discourse? Can we just agree on getting together on what is right and wrong?
Well, multiple people on this panel have explicitly said that if they were in power, they would silence my free speech. So I don't know, but
I would never do that.
I know you wouldn't.
As the one person who said that he supports political violence, I did not say I would suppress your free speech.
Okay, well, maybe Orthodox guy did. Somebody said that earlier.
No, Ryan. Who? I don't think anybody said that. Who do you?
Pretty sure.
Maybe
before. Maybe it was before you joined. You joined a little bit later.
I absolutely did. I said I would suppress the left just like they suppressed the right for the past 10 years.
Allegedly.
Well, it's still
factually
means that.
Yeah, when he says the left suppressed the right, what he means is that right-wing channels were way more likely to break TOS, and that's the left suppressing the right.
Actually, what I mean is TOS was arbitrarily enforced on right-wing channels, and TOS was constantly updated and changed.
Yeah, private companies updated their TOS because they thought that your
private companies that are protected
their platform, not because the left owns them or whatever.
Private companies. Well, there was collusion between the left. Look at what happened when Elon Musk bought Twitter. All that was released. The Twitter files. Yeah, but also,
Twitter files
Section 230 says that platforms are not publishers. They're not allowed to curate what is put on their platform for that.
They absolutely are. That you're just wrong about how that works.
Negative. That's the whole point of being
I can explain exactly, but I think so Ryan, you're saying channels when the Twitter files was specifically about Twitter things. Is there something else that you're talking about that y'all are both talking about? That channel?
Well, we just jumped between 3 different topics. So I pointed out that right-wing media channels that were banned from YouTube, as we're referring to, they weren't banned because they're right-wing. They were banned for breaking TOS. Okay, that's number one. Number two is they brought up the Twitter files, and I said the Twitter files were a nothing burger. It's a separate thing.
So
the government never put their thumb on the scales. Hang on, let me finish. The government never put their thumb on the scale, saying that Twitter had to ban certain accounts.
They 100% did put their thumb on the scales.
Except for when Donald Trump was in office, where he called for the banning of whatever her freaking name is, some comedian lady who called him a pussy ass bitch, because by the way, he's a pussy ass bitch.
Man,
the government 100% colludes with social media companies to ban and shadow ban people and censor them. 100%. If you don't acknowledge that, you're living in a fantasy world and you're a child.
YouTube and Facebook here, just point of order, point of reference. Okay,
all
YouTube
the stuff you called a nothing burger.
When they,
what did that nothing burger show?
Point of order, point of reference. Okay,
that federal agencies literally coordinate with technical companies, corporations, in order to determine whether or not to ban people and what speech should be censored.
Shut up. Let Grumple speak.
Let Grumple say his bit, please.
Quick point of order so both YouTube and Facebook, when they change their TOS, they will retroactively apply it to things that happened before that change with no grace period to go and clean up.
And
they will go and apply new rules to things that was already published, or in the case of Facebook, to messages that were posted.
Yeah, they're allowed to do that
years ago. Both of them will
they're-
do that. That's what both the platforms have done this 100%.
Man, that was a very
Some
important
platforms,
and
yes, they're
relevant
allowed to do that.
interjection into the conversation we were having. Thank you so much for that contribution.
It very much was.
Ryan, and you're
Ryan-
okay with that because it, but
No, go
quite
ahead. Go
frequently is on your side.
I mean, I
That's
can be
why you
critical of it,
completely
and
dismiss
I
that.
can be okay with private companies having the right to do that and still criticize certain actions. Sure.
Bitch, you don't support private property. Don't fucking lie.
Okay, well, you're
You
wrong.
outright talk about
I'm not
pri-
what
talk
kind
about
of
abolishing
lefty
private property.
communist you think
The
I am.
fuck?
Like
Where's the sausage dog, by the way?
I mean, let's find out. Ryan, Truth Social. If Truth Social banned people just for being leftists, you okay with that?
they probably do. I don't fucking know. No lefties
Are
don't
you
use
okay
Truth
with it?
Social.
Are you okay with it?
Yeah, I mean they're a private company. They're allowed,
Ryan,
There you go.
and they probably do that. Frankly,
Ryan, do you think it's okay for people to be booted from certain channels when it gets paid to be when they're paid to get booted?
they pay to get booted. Like
Yeah,
you mean when I like when you guys pay to boot me from Sarah's
Yeah,
channel?
do you think that's silencing free speech?
No, it's not silencing free speech. It's silencing me, oftentimes, but it's not silencing free
But do you
speech.
think it's-
I can go speak on another channel. I can speak on another platform. I'm not being criminalized for my words, right?
Do you think YouTube administration is left wing politically, Ryan?
Define left wing politically.
Supports democratic policies
I'm not sure actually.
and is inherently against right wing ideology.
No, I probably doubt that.
Now,
Interesting.
Abe.
Yep.
I actually have a song for Ryan, if it's permissible.
Yeah.
It's not the mockery. It's actually something that I think everyone will find kind of
Real quick before you do, shout out Tom Foolery for the raid. Thank you, Tom Foolery. I appreciate it.
Oh god.
Wait, Tom Foolery rated? Oh wait, Tom Foolery rated you?
Yeah, my channel. Yeah.
Oh, right. Cool. Well, here we go. To you, Ryan.
Thanks for rating, Tom. I thought he was no. Actually, I don't know.
Ryan, such a frustrating human. But it's the presence of your sausage dog that makes your presence bearable. And I think you're a radical coder. But all you are is a radical headache. Is a radical headache. And I think that you think you're a radical coder. But all you are is a radical headache. Your answer really something. It's really quite something to watch. You go against the panel full of opposites and still bravely speak your mind. And still bravely speak your mind. But all you are is a radical headache. And I think that you think you're a radical coder. But all you are is a radical headache.
Epic stuff.
That was epic, Dan, and you do some of the best AI music, dude.
I didn't like it at first. It kind of grew on me towards the end, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, it's. I mean, it's like the point was that you go against the panel, you know, standing for what you say, but you're a headache. You know, both of those. There you go.
I think I also get a lot of headaches from. I mean, there's like usually like 7 people
Sure.
screaming at me, but
Sure.
When I ask him direct questions, though, it
And I answer
comes
them.
across to me as though he only disagrees on about half of what people think he does.
All right. Well,
Now that
I
other
will
half
do-
is fucking insane. I'll grant you that. Like the idea that YouTube isn't left wing, for example. But still, the fact remains, he seems to agree on a lot more than people give him credit for.
yeah, I mean, there's like an emotional tug that people have regarding me, and it kind of twists their brain into knots, so they have a hard time like engaging with me honestly, which is fine, you know. But
Well, you know why we appreciate that people can have different opinions, so that we can have an actual debate about stuff. It's what makes us stronger and evolve as humans, both one way and the other.
I agree, which is why I've been doing this, arguing with people on the right, far right, for 5 years. You know, more now, just 5 years on YouTube at least, but longer than that.
And have you changed your opinion in any way?
Of course, I've
Ryan?
changed my opinions on many things, although I've become more left wing over time.
Oh man,
Not surprising.
It's a different kind of
Ron, how
left-wing.
far right do you think I am? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I think you're like center right, dude.
How correct do you think he is?
About what?
Everything.
Sorry, Ryan, I was just making a pun joke.
Oh.
Let me guess you don't, Grumble. You're not quite center right, but you're like middle right. You're
How
closer
far
to
right do you think I am?
I'm like libertarian like, somewhere.
You're far right.
Hey, Ryan, how far right do you think I am?
Right on this panel.
You're libertarian, really?
Somewhat. It's like there's a cross, like the
Okay.
Venn diagram is like I don't know where like
That's
I don't even know what to
That's
call myself.
different.
these
I did
days.
not expect that. That's good, man.
I'm like
I-
I'm pretty trad conservative, but at the
You're
same
conservative.
time, a lot of
Okay, yeah.
libertarian.
Gotcha.
For what
Yeah,
they're
okay.
worth, there's
Like
a lot
Texas
of
conservative, I
political
think is the
steps
term.
you can take.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Texas. Texas.
So you're OG. You're far right, but you're not like.
Culturally
No, you-
speaking, I'm like off the charts far right. Economically
Yeah.
speaking, I'm a centrist.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
that
that
we
makes
should
sense.
do. I think we should be pragmatic. Whatever benefits the nation and its people is the economic policy we should take. I by and large believe in capitalism. I think that private property and home ownership are the basis of any economy and society.
That could be a problem, though.
I like
I
it.
think
I like
stable
the idea.
currency is maybe a little bit more important, but
Yeah, private ownership is very.
Well, that's what leads to a stable currency.
Private-
That's what leads to a
private
stable
property
currency.
rights, which
definitely.
these are all kind of in the same realm, so it's not like
Yeah,
arguing one
how do
versus
you-
the
how do you
other.
feel about that?
I do believe in taxation and using that taxation to invest in into the
Oh, I don't.
citizenry, so that can be seen as left wing. I'm anti-corporation, which is seen as left wing.
Right. Yeah. How do you feel about the dollar, the Fed dollar?
Real quick,
I think we should go back to the gold standard.
When you say
Okay.
anti-corporation, what do you mean exactly?
He means communist.
No,
Pretty
I'm
much.
asking him what he means by anti-corporation. You can answer for him or
Anarcho-capitalist.
I think anarcho-capitalism is stupid all the way around. But corporations, what I mean is multinational corporate conglomerates is what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
but
mainly.
what's your like your
breaking
what would
it
you
up.
rather it look like?
I would rather it be instead of it being a multinational corporation. I would honestly, hopefully, to see it done within the state.
Yeah, you want it like nationalized, right, and controlled through the state.
No, that's not what I mean.
Because
Because, like, for instance, I've seen corporations like Walmart before it went international was even then starting to destroy small business in certain areas and towns So I kind of want each and every state to kind of
You're for the
put
farmer.
a cap on that. Yeah, I'm for small. I'm
That's
for
the
small
way.
business. I'm very in favor of small business. I think you get more economic growth from small business. In fact, Walmart itself started out as a small business.
And less regulation, which is beneficial for small businesses because large corporations can handle regulations all day long.
And there's a caveat to that. I think that the regulations for small businesses and corporations should be totally different.
Well, I like that.
Well, you have to incorporate in order to be a.
Well, when I say corporations, we know what I mean colloquially.
Colloquially,
and you
but I just
you do have
There
a
kind of
point.
are
You do-
different. There kind of are different
Well,
regulations for. I mean, like there are different like rules for companies that are
Mom
larger.
and pop shops should not be substitute to a minimum wage. Like small businesses like
extreme
that should not be.
differences.
Yeah, or workman comp's insurance or the other things that just destroy actual small business, not small business by the definition of 100 employees or less.
Well, that would provide, if it's like that extreme, you can definitely provide for essentially taking a lot of tax back, and that would get a lot of money back into the state's hand, back into the people's hand.
We could do these things, right, depending on our motives.
Yeah, so Clay,
We
what's the
need to
difference
reduce
between?
our we need to
Can I ask
reduce our
Clay,
taxes.
so what's the difference
We-
between, like you said, there should be different laws for small business? and
One
big
one
business?
second. Let me say this.
It's
We
a-
need
it's
to
a-
reduce our taxes, like the amount we pay in taxes, and be more efficient with what we do with our taxes. Because all
So
of this
reduce
foreign
taxes,
aid bullshit needs to be cut.
So we
immediately.
should reduce taxes for Jeff Bezos. And
No, the other way
No.
around. The other way around.
Yeah.
Individual.
You fucking communist. You fucking communist.
I'm okay with that.
Taxes.
I'm literally a national socialist.
Yes, a communist. The National Socialist
Yeah,
Party.
we're
bro.
we're the only ones who fought the communists. You dumb fuck.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You want to tax rich people more and
Not
poor
wrong.
people less. Well, guess where big business
again. How many Germans died fighting the Soviet Union versus how
Don't worry
many
about it.
Americans
Don't worry
died
about
fighting
it,
the
bro.
Soviet
Don't
Union?
worry
I mean,
No, let's talk
imagine
about it.
carrying water for big business in this day and age, though. I mean, holy shit, Boomer, catch up.
Yeah, sure.
A
Good
company
call.
like Amazon, who essentially operates in the same way that phone companies do and big tech companies do. You know,
Mhm.
when you look at that,
Imagine letting bad business policies fuck over consumers. That's like the most anti-capitalist thing you could do.
What the fuck are you talking about, dickhead?
I don't know if
Well,
it's
dickhead, I'm talking about very
Don't-
shitty business
don't.
policies.
Arthur, what you said made perfect sense. It was a logical fucking conclusion, and in a single sentence, don't bother.
So Clay,
You're right, Denison.
So Clay, you
ahead.
start a small business, right? You start a small business.
yeah,
Things go a bit south. You mortgage your house to provide for the business. You're hiring 6 people part time. You start to make some money. You've done all the sweat, all the fucking work, all the stress. You can't sleep at night trying to make this business work. And guess what? After 5 years, you start to make money. Then you start to become a medium-sized business. Then you become a big business. There's all these. You now have 15 employees. They're all relying on you.
That's
You're
not a
the
big
one-
business.
Bro,
no, I understand. I understand what you're saying, and
Let him finish
and then-
let him finish the hypothetical here. He's
No one stopped
leading
him
a
from finishing.
hypothetical.
Yeah, thanks, Rumble. So
Well,
then,
2 people interrupted him. Please
at
continue.
some
Karen.
point in the future, you start making
Go ahead,
money.
Kieran.
You've put in the sweat, you've put in the stress, you mortgage your house, you've gone to the edge to make this thing work. Then the government says, you know what? You're making money now. We're going to take half of it and give it to somebody else. Tell me why that's right.
Well, I'll actually try to give my take on it. So you live in a state, regardless of which state it is. We call it Florida, Georgia, Texas, whatever.
Sure.
Essentially, the economy that you are feeding, because you've built this business. It's great that you're building this business, but at some point, if you grow so large that the people begin to suffer because of the growth of your business, i.e., they can't get a job because hold on. I let you finish.
Sure.
That's what interrupting looks like, by the way.
Thank you.
at some point, if it does happen that people begin to suffer, then there's absolutely no reason in my mind why the state shouldn't step in, because this is what will happen. People will step in. The homeless, the hungry, the tired, the poor will step in, and you will lose it by force regardless.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Also, the exact opposite is the reality we live in today, which is that employees are taxed at a 50% rate. Half of their income goes to the state, and big business pays somewhere around 3 to 5%, 11% if you're lucky. So that's the problem we're talking about. And big business is not 15 employees, it's 15,000 employees.
Yeah, but I think what Clay's saying is, if I put in the blood,
because
tea,
hold on.
if
Brick is completely correct about that. If you don't manage society in a way that there is something for the most impoverished and most poor, we will wind up having something that happened in the ancient times where people just fucking take it by force.
Yeah.
Well, there is also another way that
society
can go, right? And in fact, a Fox News host advocated for one way that could go just the other day, where he called for forced lethal injections of homeless people. Are you guys aware of this?
That's
the Fox News
retarded.
host, and he didn't get fired for this, unlike the MSNBC host who was fired for making like
shut up,
comments
Brian.
about
Brian,
Charlie
shut
Kirk
up.
having hateful
Shut up,
rhetoric,
you're
which he did.
You want-
And
Ryan,
this Fox
you
News
want-
host
Charlie
called
Kirk
for-
did have
That's
hateful
also
rhetoric.
grumble in case you're keeping score. That's also what interrupting looks like.
So
Yeah,
there's a
Ryan,
prison-
shut up.
Yeah, the mass lethal injection of homeless
The men
people.
are
is what it's
talking
called.
like a-
So that might be another solution to that
Ryan,
problem, right?
Ryan, the men are talking. Shut the fuck up, boy.
Which I don't think anybody's engaged with Kieran's situation.
Yeah, so
yet.
there's actually a biblical
I'm not paying attention.
there's actually a biblical principle. I forget which illustration it is. Talks about the rich man who essentially stored up for himself his grain stores, and then after a certain amount of time, the people came for that, and that's what happens. Is people don't realize that if you as the master do not take care of the people, essentially what will happen is that they will rebel upon you, and then there will be a new master.
are
And
you
you will have a
assuming?
head.
No, fair call. So, are you assuming that most millionaires, most entrepreneurs don't take care of their people? Is that like a default?
I would say that some of them do. Elon did a pretty good job. Sometimes I don't agree with what he does. Bezos does a pretty good job. When we talk about the millionaires, the billionaires in this country, they're doing a fairly well job. Some of them ain't doing so hot.
Well, hold on.
But-
Look at
They
the
follow the
stagnation
regulations
of
that are
weight.
imposed on
This
them.
is the
right?
prepper dilemma also. By trying to teach people and give them, hey, here's how you make yourself self-sufficient, you're also making yourself a target by people who don't and then just want to come and
True.
take yours in
True.
case of
Well, that's why you network it. That's why you
Same
network
thing.
with your local community and build a defense force. And you
So
work
it's more
together.
of a
That's why I don't
cautionary
like
tale.
rugged individualism. But
Yeah.
but Brick, to your point, well, to what Old Mate is saying, and to your point, right? I think you're a little bit wrong. I don't think the millionaires and billionaires look out for their people, because look at the stagnant wages. Look at the mass immigration of illegal immigrants we allow in. That all has an effect on how much wages are paid. You have to have a minimum wage if you're going to allow 1 million people in per year. That's going to have to go up with inflation every fucking year.
And Amazon
If you-
has notoriously bad pay and bad working conditions.
It's very hard.
World-renowned bad working conditions.
Yeah.
So to engage with the like big businesses paying, or like people like larger businesses paying more taxes. Like, I mean, these are companies and private owners who make a lot of a great living, a fantastic living. They make a lot of money.
Shut up, Ryan.
They make a lot of money by using a lot of infrastructure. By using a lot of infrastructure that exists that the state supports, right? All their employees drive to work on the state roads. Their employees, they all benefit. A lot of them, especially like Walmart employees and probably a lot of Amazon employees as well, they benefit from state like welfare programs that subsidize their wages because these companies pay them so little.
This is why you don't pay attention to foreigners, because he's misdirecting the facts that you're saying and doing the yappy yap hand
Yeah, I know.
motion.
Well,
But he doesn't-
it's not
he
foreigners.
refuses-
It's Kieran, right? It's not like
Well, no,
you don't have to blame
it's not
foreigners
just
for
Kieran.
Kieran's
It's not just
individual
it's
bad
not just
behavior, right?
Kieran. It's like most Western people, when you talk about American policies and things that happen in America, they disregard it to speak.
Well, that might be fine, but like you're also deflecting right now from like I mean, we can blame Kieran individually for Kieran's bad behavior right now, right?
Fact of the
we don't
matter
have to spread blame to quote unquote foreigners.
I get it. The foreigners
Kieran right now is the one being a child. We can engage with Kieran and his bad behavior right now, right?
We're the same. But no, I actually kind of agree with you on that. You and Orthodox guy, that when we talk about wages, right? So the workers are being taken care of until they're fired, but they're not really even looking out for the community either. Like, so the thing is as quickly as that job can come, it can go, right? And I'm not a big union guy. I feel like they served a great purpose when they first moved in.
They're garbage now.
They're garbage now, right? They did a great thing when they first came in. They fought for the people's workers' rights essentially, and then they moved in and started taking money. And I feel like that's a big issue. But it's also those people at the top, the corporate executives who are taking big giant bonuses. I mean, there we go back to 2008. And it's a cycle. It actually happens in cycles. I don't know if you guys know about this, but the housing market affects a lot of it, pretty much all of it, and then it actually goes in cycles.
Housing and farming are the building blocks of your economy and a stable currency.
Yeah,
those markets affect everything. If you see Walmart, what Ryan was talking about welfare, Walmart advocates for an increase of welfare benefits like food stamps, because not only do they get to pay their workers less because those people are on welfare and their needs are met in another way than just their income from a job, but they also get that welfare subsidy paid back to them because they're a grocery store by and large. It's a bastardization of the Henry Ford model.
Yes. Yep.
Well, Ford had this idea that every employee should be allowed to should be able to buy the product which they produce.
This is why we should nationalize the grocery stores. All right, see you later, everybody.
Well, maybe some of them. I mean, Zoran doing that in New York City, nationalizing some of them.
How about
or creating like?
Wait, who the?
I'm not saying.
Let me already early knife hand the fuck out of this. Who the fuck just said that? Nationalize grocery stores.
I did.
Some of them, right?
You should also confiscate all of Jeff Bezos' assets and redistribute them among the American population.
Yeah, Brick, who said it?
That sounds like that would take some violence, right?
Yeah, Brick, you will own nothing and be happy. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on.
Yeah, no, I don't believe
that wasn't Brick.
No.
That wasn't me.
That was me.
I believe nationalization should be the last process.
Okay, I'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, we're at the last process now. We've already tried everything else.
Well, I don't mean that nationalization is necessarily something that should happen. It should be a last resort option like violence. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's where we're at. We're at the last resort.
So what do you guys think about private property?
Would you go to Aldi?
Private property.
Private property rights are a good thing.
Private property. I literally said it a few minutes ago. Private property is one of the building that being home and private means of production are the building blocks of a society. National Socialists believe in private property, bud. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you should know what the fuck you're talking about before you speak.
So how do National Socialists believe in private property? What's the policy?
Well, you guys would seize a lot of private property, wouldn't you?
Shut up.
Yes, a lot of property that's considered private now would be socialized.
I asked a question. What's the policy in National Socialism that says private property is a thing?
National Socialists seized international corporations and then sold it off to private owners. Try again. I gotta go pee. I'll be back.
I've got to pee.
No, not allowed.
He's got to pee. You mean go for
I'm sorry. I got a wee. I'm sorry. I got a wee.
You got a wee.
Fucking idiots.
Leave your mic on so we can hear it and see if it's a real man's piss, right?
Why? No, that's not. No.
Oh my.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. I'm just being hyperbolic. It's
who's granting? So who's granting you? Who's granting you the private property?
Good question.
That would be under social doctrine. So if you read John Locke, you'll probably understand a lot more about American government than anything else because
Oh, definitely. I studied in America. I wrote it. I read it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
John-
asking.
So social doctrine, right? If you know anything about social doctrine, that's actually where rights in law come from, right? So the idea that we would honor each other's values, our ethics, our principles, right? That's actually where that comes from. It's liberty. You have a liberty, and liberty is actually established by what we sit down at a table together and agree upon as a society. That's what social means, social doctrine. So we
but if we don't
establish
agree,
law.
what happens then?
We vote.
Thank you, Cool Bean.
And if we don't agree on voting, what happens then?
Then you don't get to be part of the society. that's
bullshit.
That's
No.
you
look,
don't. No,
look.
if you hold on. If you don't agree and I don't agree, right? And
Yeah, we
choose
go to
not
we
vote,
we
and
end up
choose not to
with
vote.
force.
If
We end up with
choose-
force doctrine. We end up with force doctrine.
Exactly, and
Whoever
that's
has the
why we
biggest
do
dick
so
or
well
pew
here in
wins.
this country. This is why we do so well here in this country is because we are willing to sit at the table and take a vote. It's
Really?
exactly why.
You
Yes.
think voting matters?
Yes.
Doesn't hurt.
Holy shit.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
voting's very important because the people you vote for, they
Shut
go
up, Ryan.
for they go forth
up.
to vote on specific policies.
Shut up,
And
Ryan.
if you don't like
The
the
minute
policies
talking-
that they're voting for,
I'm
the
talking
best way to
before the
stop
minute
them from
talking.
doing
Hey,
that,
just
the best way to
sit
stop them
down
from
and
doing
talk
that is to
slightly
vote
and
for
shut
different
the fuck
people.
up.
Aaron, you know
Let
how
the
to
men
win.
talk. Let the men talk, bro.
Yeah, we end sentences with prepositions now, don't we, Ryan?
Yeah, so like I said, if there are people who you don't like what they're doing in Congress, for example, then the best way to stop them from doing that is to vote different people into Congress.
Ryan,
How's that been working out for you?
Ryan, the minute
I mean, it seems to be working out fine because people keep
Shut
voting
up.
for people to stay in office, right? Like, so it seems like they're doing okay.
Really? You think the majority of
Man.
Americans are voting for the people who are in the majority of offices?
No, the majority of people in specific areas are voting for the people who are representing them in those areas, which is how we do. That's how districts work
Really?
in
You
the
think a
United
majority of people vote?
The majority of people who are voting are getting the
And-
people into
and how-
office.
how
Sorry,
many
sorry.
times-
Let me answer the question. The majority of people who vote for the people, right, that they
Shut
want in
up.
office, those
Shut up,
people are
Ryan.
getting into office in those
Ryan,
districts.
Ryan,
How
Ryan,
much
I
to
told
kick
you.
the drunk Australian?
And who picks the people who are you can vote for? How does that get determined?
We have various means, but like different parties. I mean, there's a bunch.
I mean,
a bunch of processes to that. I'm gonna-
yeah, I
what you're
mean,
asking exactly.
You don't know, and the only reason
Well,
I do.
Wait. You say I don't know. I mean, I can't like I don't have like a formal explanation of the whole process, but there are processes.
It's a
to-
one sentence.
Ryan-
It's a one sentence
Ryan-
answer.
Okay, well, what's
Chico,
your
you want the
explanation?
answer?
Political parties
want the answer?
determine who runs.
Political parties that then they run can't. Well, you can also run independent, but it's different based on each municipality. Every different place has different requirements. You have to meet the requirements, and then you. Can
And that's
run.
all determined by the
Anybody
political
can run.
parties.
And well, the party helps a lot get the work done so that you can run.
No, the rules are created by the political parties.
Well, generally, yeah.
And how many of you have actually like been a delegate or tried to run for office or actually used the political system in your local area outside of voting?
I was really close to running.
I'm
for,
doing it now.
Texas Congress.
Because I'll tell you, the votes don't matter. The political party can literally change the vote. The central committee, wherever you live, has the authority to change the candidate.
And how often does that happen?
Oh, it happened to me when I ran as delegate.
Are you sure you didn't just like?
It was a 1-for-1 ratio for as far as my experience was concerned, and it also was consistent with every other level of engagement with American government and bureaucracy that I've ever experienced in my life. The
Isn't it
people in
possible you also
control.
just didn't get enough support? Like, isn't it possible you were kind of an unpopular candidate?
No, we got we won the popular vote. The central
Can we look
committee
this- I don't
didn't
wanna
like the
dox you,
res-
but can we like research this?
Uh-oh.
without doxing me. I don't
Can
know how you
I mean,
would.
Well, I guess like, could you? I don't know if you trust me. Like, would you let me like if you can want to DM me privately or something? You don't have to. I'm just
Yeah,
we have to just take your word for this, right? Like you're saying this happened. All we can do is like assume that you're telling the truth. But
we could speak off.
Fair enough. You don't want to dox yourself. I understand that. I'm
We
saying
could
have
speak
to-
offline about it, for sure. If you're actually interested.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Yeah. So the Central Committee for the party where I live didn't like the outcome of the vote, so they just shut down the convention and then nominated the candidate that they wanted anyway.
Kind of like the DNC for the last 3 presidential candidates.
I mean, here you go, right? More logs on the fire, and this is
how
again.
did the DNC do that for the last 3 presidential candidates?
Oh, do you not remember Bernie winning the 2016?
He didn't.
No, he did.
No,
and
he
then they
didn't.
just decided Hillary.
He literally got like less votes.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, no, he literally did.
Oh, okay, sure.
I mean, like,
I just brought up the last 3 DNC candidates for
yeah, and then you mentioned one that you were wrong about.
Well, okay, sure.
Yeah, the Democratic Party was caught colluding with the Hillary campaign against Bernie Sanders. That's pretty much admitted by both sides.
I don't know if that's. I mean, like, I'm not saying what they did was not shady at all, but like, I think that's a little bit. That's kind of a narrativization of what happened, right?
I don't see how. It's pretty simple. Like, the word colluding is pretty. It has a widely accepted definition.
Like, did they secretly? Like they.
It was secretly until they got caught, right?
I don't know if they got caught. Like, you mean they got caught because of the leaked emails, like the Russian hacked emails?
Yeah, and then also, what's her face? The lady who now, well, I don't know if she's still, but she went from being in government to being a political. It's Donna Brazile, maybe.
Australians big mad. Fuck Australia. Let's check that exchange rate, folks.
Fuck Kieran specifically, but
She went from being in government to being a political pundit to being a political party behind the scenes person to being a political pundit again. I think it was Donna Brazile, and she essentially admitted that, like, for example, I think in her case, questions were provided to the Hillary campaign ahead of time, and
that one's true. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and also Bernie. So when I ran on the Republican side because that's where the candidate I supported was, and on the Democrat side in my area, they did the same exact thing to Bernie. The fact that he actually won the popular vote was irrelevant, and when I watched
vote in that area doesn't mean he won like nationally, right?
Right, but he didn't get the nomination in my area. It was just given to the other candidate. That's the thing.
Quick note for the chat: the Australia to USD exchange rate is enough that it makes a kind of a big difference.
Oh yeah, it's like
I just posted the
40% now, isn't it?
It's almost double.
Oh shit, it's 50% already.
It's 1.5.
66%.
Yeah, it's a 50% difference.
Maybe 67%, I guess, if you round up.
Ish. Well, to 1 USD equals 1.50 is roughly
1 Australian. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
One third. It's a third. Yeah, 60. 60
off,
just,
yeah, it's
FYI.
so like,
just please continue. Just
an Australian dollar is 67% of a US dollar. Yeah.
Well,
yeah. So, in order to determine who can be delegates under party rules where I am, you need to be a member of what's called the Central Committee. And that's so you can be a member of the Republican Party, but the Central Committee is the hierarchy of the Republican Party. So what me and my friends did was we got ourselves nominated and elected to the Central Committee. Therefore, we could name and nominate ourselves as delegates as well. And then we flooded the National Convention and overwhelmingly voted to change the party platform against the candidates that were nominated by the political party and to change the slate to add our own candidate to the slate and nominate him as our representative for President of the United States. When we won that popular vote, the chairperson of the convention literally ended the convention, shut the lights out, went into a back room with the senior members of the Central Committee and nominated their own candidate in complete disregard for the vote and the process. And it's technically legal, even though it's undemocratic, because the political party can do whatever the fuck it wants to, whenever the fuck it wants to. That's in the rules as well.
Yeah, that's state power. State power is a little different than what you would expect.
But That's how you
That's not-
determine who runs in a primary, and that's how you determine what your two candidates end up being in the election. So you see what I'm saying? Like, the parties choose who you can vote for. So who gives a fuck who you vote for?
There's
Yeah, but
nobody.
if
There's
you get
no
enough
elected
people, you can
official
run.
that's in a
You're
general
allowed to
election.
run a third party, right?
There's no elected official that's like in a publicly elected official that is doing any of this deciding. It's all elections within the party that are deciding who's going to actually.
It's the
run.
legislation itself. So
The
each
party
state
can do whatever it wants.
Yeah, constitutionally, the legislation, the actual legislative branch, has the power in that state, each state, to decide who their electors are. That's the legislation. That's the state. So it's a state power, and a lot of people don't understand that. So if you don't like the things that are going on in that state because of whatever these electors get chosen, well, there's 50 states to choose from.
Well, you're not going to get much variety in those 50 states. All 50 states support party supremacy over local election laws, and almost all the states have some kind of law which binds the delegates to whoever the national choice is. That might be kind of like a half and half or a 30-20 right now.
And
there's bad faith electors. That was an issue that just came up about for general elections, presidential general elections anyway, is to force electors. Like, it was an issue that I heard about. I didn't hear a whole lot about it, but I just remember hearing very recently there was some proposal that came up to force electors to vote for who they say they're going to vote for, instead of, because it's called bad faith electors that go and vote for somebody else. Then
Yeah, they technically don't have to, right? At the national level right now, like they just do.
Yeah, they don't
just
have
tend
to.
Right, but a lot of states are making it illegal to not do it. And to my point, once you're at the federal level, it's far less relevant because now the local political parties have already chosen the candidate for you.
Appreciate you, buddy.
So you get to vote for the candidate A that they chose for you, or candidate B that they chose for you.
Yeah, and so I mean the thing is I'm not a big fan of maybe some of it, but
a rising tide, Ryan, a rising tide.
Yeah. I mean, if you really want change that bad, you're not going to get it immediately, and the system's not set up for you to get it immediately.
You're not going to get it through voting either.
Well, it's a slow process. Excuse me if I'm wrong on this, but I understand that the founders set it up so that it would be a slow moving progress for
Very
government.
slow.
So something that would be so radical as to, we want a different political party now. That's not grassroots. From my understanding, they wanted something that, the people were really involved with. So if the people are really involved with it, then, and if they're not, then that's their fault and it's not going to change, but they've got to get involved. They've got to get involved. If they do not, it will remain the same and it's their fault.
Do you think the people are involved now?
Not nearly enough. Not nearly enough.
And do you think that we have a radical form of government now?
It's not quite there yet. It's not quite there.
Okay,
yet.
but close enough. Close enough to where it'd be fair to say so hyperbolically. Like, I would say we're way beyond radical. We're in a fucking clown show world. But if you grant me close to radical, I'll accept that. And then I'll say, this is the problem with that.
I would say that there's more issue in the Supreme Court than there is in the legislation.
For sure. And then let's not even get started on the executive branch and the national security state, right?
Right. Yeah, actually, I would say it'd be the Supreme Court needs more adjustment than the executive, and the executive needs more adjustment than the legislative. And the legislative they're just spending way too much money on stupid shit.
And so who has more influence politically, the American people or Raytheon?
Raytheon? I don't know.
I mean, then the
First
average
off,
American
we will
probably
not talk
thinks
shit on the military-industrial complex. All right.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it'd be like what's the one who makes handcuffs? The same kind of deal. I can't even remember the name of that. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of
I would
companies
say
that
that
think
the companies that actually, the ones that feed the military industrial complex, the ones that feed the prison industrial complex, those lobbyists essentially.
Yeah, big business.
they're
Big,
making
yeah,
Those
lobbyists have
lobbyists,
yeah, for sure.
Those
I could
lobbyists
extrapolate from
those
there.
industries are necessary.
I could extrapolate from there, but my point is merely this: that according to our doctrine, like what we say as Americans, that hierarchy is upside down from what it's claimed to be, and it's upside down from the idea that your vote truly matters or has an impact.
Well, so like one of the points that was made a moment ago was about like the legislative branch spending like quote unquote too much money on bad things or whatever, and like that we might feel that way, but at the end of the day, those people are elected right by the people. Like, so if you, the best thing you can do, if you, I've been saying this over and over, the best thing you can do if you don't want people to vote for things that you don't like is to elect someone else into office. Like that and individual districts across the country, they do have this ability, and we overturn, we take seats. It goes back and forth in a lot of places. Like this happens all the time.
It's rigged. It's rigged at every single level. And so what's actually happening is,
but it's still, but
the truth of the
you
matter.
might think it's rigged across the level, but it is the fact. It is a fact that people get like people lose seats, people gain seats. This happens all the time.
But I'm gonna tell you how I would characterize it. Instead of people choose what they're getting, eventually 30% of the population signs off on what they already got. That's the system we have. Not people actually choosing who the candidates are, what the platform is, what the policies are, who's actually going to get elected. It's that all of that is given to them, and then they're sold on one or the other, and then a minority of people say, okay, I'll take that after it's already been shoved down their throat. That's the American system.
Well, I would say that even more so that people actually vote against. So they don't actually vote
True.
For candidate they want. They just actually vote against whoever they think is worse.
Right, and so if you're in power and you know that, how easy is it for me to manipulate you?
Yeah, depending on which state, it could be very easy. Yeah, because I mean, if it's a right-leaning state, then obviously you're going to be pretty easily manipulated that you don't want any left-leaning candidate, and vice versa.
And that's what I see happening here with this Charlie Kirk thing. I don't see any radical change happening. I don't think this is something new. No offense to our foreigner friends, but this is American politics as usual. We're always killing people over this stuff. And what the reaction will be is it's going to be a political rejection of whatever they can successfully associate with the assassination. So in this, like, basically in our these terms we throw around here on YouTube, leftists, for example, which means absolutely fuck all at this point. There's no such thing as a fucking leftist.
Well, there's one on the panel.
Yeah, besides, there are people who identify as leftists, and then there's a lot of people who are assigned left. I mean, like people call
really,
Joe Biden a radical leftist, like, or Trump does anyway, and a lot of the MAGA does.
But really, what is that? I mean, essentially, there's like a few key factors that you disagree on, but you agree on probably what 60-70% of the things.
Right.
Maybe. I mean, like on a day-to-day basis, probably, like pragmatically, like I believe in like the Constitution, to some degree. I'm not like dogmatically attached to it, but I believe it's the best thing. Like I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the Constitution like abolished, or I don't want to see executive branch overreaching across and breaking the law.
Are there any amendments that you don't agree with?
I haven't fully decided on. I don't have a straight
19th. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, besides that one, obviously. Yeah.
Well, First Amendment, I'm going to guess you obviously agree with because you were talking.
Yeah,
about
very
that
strongly.
Earlier.
I'm pretty pro Second Amendment. I would say I'm probably in favor of like certain kinds of like waiting
no
periods.
Searches and seizures. Can't enter my home.
I don't like
your
that
government
stuff.
without warrant, shit like that.
I believe in birthright citizenship. I think that's important.
Civil rights.
No, that's why.
Criminal code. You want a criminal code? You're probably for rule of law in that instance, right? You definitely want criminals behind bars, and then civil. Yeah. You want a civil court so people can handle stuff in a civil court for civil matters. For sure. And then the 9th Amendment, you understand that there's some rights that just aren't written, that are not actually in the Constitution. That kind of makes sense, right? And then states' powers versus the people's powers. That would be the 10th Amendment, right? And then past that,
do
the
you
11th.
support states' rights? Is that what Rick's trying to ask?
I do. I do support. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
yeah,
funny
I do.
that you say that. 'cause
And welcome to the Confederacy, Brian.
I think a lot of people maybe misunderstand the
I
difference
didn't
between
support their right
rights
to
and liberties and
secede.
entitlements and
Yeah,
privileges.
I wish that they wouldn't have added that clause, but that's me. But it is what it is.
Yeah,
and
well,
we-
to that point, like, so there might be like things on the edges. Like, I might, like, if someone
Right.
made a case to me that like a specific amendment could be modified or amended in a certain way, and I thought it was a good idea, I might endorse that. But I'm glad that it's a very difficult thing to do. I'm glad that we need a constitutional convention to do this, and we need a very large majority of Congress and stuff to make this happen. And I don't like that the executive branch right now is trying to skip all of that and just change the Constitution via executive order. Even if you don't like birthright citizenship, the way to change that is not through executive order.
Yeah, they're not supposed to exceed the bounds of the Constitution, that sort of thing. Of course, that comes down to honor. Like if the guy who took the oath honors his oath,
The
but
president can sign any executive order he wants. It is up to the judiciary to say
Strike
that
it
it's
down.
unconstitutional and strike it down, just like making laws. And the
Or
coin
if the-
first is Congress's responsibility. Ryan, me and you went over this before.
I don't know
The
if you know,
inbox tray is backwards, though.
The
Like you first,
legislation can
a
actually add
person who gets violated by illegal law has to demonstrate standing, and then they have to be able to make it to the Supreme Court and demonstrate standing in the Supreme Court, which is an entirely different kind of standing that you would get in any other court, and then argue for the case, and then the Supreme Court decides. And let's be frank, I know at least Brick agrees with me on this. They're the biggest fucking problem right now because they're constantly siding with the state instead of with the people.
some people would
Sure,
say
and
10-year term limits. I would say 15 personally. I want term limits for sure, but 15 would be good for me. If it's less than that, that's
So real quick to the point that that I think Orthodox pointed out about the process. I agree that there's this process for handling how executive orders. The problem is that Trump is doing more executive orders than anyone in fucking history, and he's doing them rapid fire, and he's doing them in a way that is overstretching his powers. It's so consistently. He's bogging down the courts, and he's making it harder for them to do what we just described.
Like Obama was a leftist governor.
No.
He said, "I can sign an executive order more quicker than you can sue me."
Yeah, governors
you
can
reap
sign
what you
executive
reap
orders
what you
too.
sow, Ryan.
Sheriffs.
I mean,
sheriffs
like you can
sign
say that.
executive orders.
I mean, like the president. The president doesn't have to emulate what some governor did, right?
Well, so the mayor.
Like we can still hold him responsible. I can criticize that governor if they did like what you're alleging. I can criticize that, and I can also
think you
criticize
would.
Trump
I
for doing
think-
it more now.
To be fair, to give you credit, I think you would.
So,
Right,
so
I've already paid like $100 to boot the Australian for like calling you gay or not calling you gay, but saying men are.
Hey, it's
dolphins
okay to be gay.
and
I don't mind that.
We can debate that.
You're great, Brian. You're great.
Point
so
of just order. Okay, executive orders are only supposed to impact the executive branch. So anything that impacts outside the executive branch, that the Supreme Court should
well, executive order just
nullify
means
that.
exactly what it says.
But they won't unless they're sued.
It's any officer, right? The officer, the person who's carrying out that executive duty, which is basically anybody in the executive branch giving an order. That's
Yeah,
what
it
an
has to be
executive
within the
order
executive
is.
branch. Which
Yes,
then,
policies.
but then all of these friggin' agencies are under the executive branch,
Right, and they're all unconstitutional.
including the Department of Defense. By the way, just a lot of people don't
Department
realize
of
that.
War.
Department of Defense
They're
is
all
under the executive branch.
supra-constitutional.
Yeah, like
Congress
just-
advocated, gave its responsibility to the executive branch, and now it has no political responsibility.
Yeah, like-
and so
like
now
you
they
had
can just
Joker, like-
argue political footballs across the aisle in exchange, like, oh, now I have the power.
Yeah,
Let's
here's the credit. Here's the debt.
Seriously,
Just
Heath
do
Ledger
whatever you
Joker,
wanna
like,
do
what would
with
you
it.
lose your balls
Yeah.
to just give your power to the executive branch? Like
That's exactly
fuck
what
out
they
of here,
do.
Congress.
Yeah, I mean they can't
You still have the power of the purse.
continuously do that constantly. Yes.
And that is the national security state at a certain level.
The security theater state.
Well, it's so
That
they
too.
can take their, they can take their 6-month vacation that way.
My problem with like supporting things and not supporting things and like being constitutional or not or whatever is I feel like personally 200 years ago I would have been all for the First Amendment and the separation of church and state, but now living in the society that I live in, I would be for like state enforced religious beliefs and not for the separation of church and state.
And I would say, eat shit. Fuck you. Get out of my religious beliefs.
Because most y'all need Jesus, and that's coming from an atheist.
And you're gonna force feed his bread to me? Like, no. Fuck
No,
you.
I
I'll
just
defend
see that
myself, right?
like the religious states, they all got like the religiosity got burned away, right? So they're very secular, whereas the United States supports religious
People became
freedom.
more secular. The people became more secular.
Yes, and they burned away, and then
expects the
therefore
Spanish
the state became inherently more secular as a result, right? As it flew up towards government.
Thing, frankly.
Whereas I agree. Whereas in America we have the exact opposite.
Well, believing in Jesus Christ is freedom of religion, basically.
Yeah, and that's a problem for me because y'all keep fucking up.
Then you have a problem with Jesus.
Jesus will come with a sword. So that
notion
that he is
no. All right, let's do that, Ned Stark.
My favorite Jesus is the flipping tables and whipping loan sharks.
Yes.
It's a double
No,
edged.
no, no,
My
no,
absolute
let's
favorite Jesus.
discuss that for a second.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's discuss that because Jesus
If
not only
Jesus came
flipped
back
the
right now, the
table-
Republicans would send ICE agents to grab him and throw him to a concentration camp. But
that's fun. That's funny. Ha ha he. But let's discuss that. Jesus not only flipped tables and whipped loan sharks. This man was like watching them go in and out of the temple, braiding a fucking whip. That is Chad. That is a based move.
He made his weapon.
Yeah,
and then
I also
work.
saw that. I also saw that one thing. I did see that one thing in the Bible. I also read all the rest of it. Did you?
Yes.
I'm working through it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've read the entire.
But
Let's
just
talk
like
when you have it.
just like any historic, just like any book that is that big, you're not going to remember every single piece of it. That's why we have references.
No. It's not big. It's a very few. Events that was
66
recorded.
books.
No, we're talking
It's
about
very
what
dense.
Jesus. We're talking
There's
about
a lot in there, though.
It's the entire history of.
My point is
we
we
are talking about. To be fair, the point of 33 years, the 66 books are over a course of what, 4,000 years?
Actually 5,000.
Fine. We're talking about the 30
you're right, it's
years.
4,000.
We're
You're right, it's
talking about the 30 years that Jesus was walking here. We're talking about the one time he was, doing the thing in the temple because he was making a point of the temple not being den of thieves, which means that you're not supposed to make.
Well, it wasn't church business. That was
right. It
was
so the point I'm making is that yes, he did make a point out of that. He also said that I came to bring the sword, not to bring peace. And
if you don't have a sword, you should sell. I'm sorry, Dan.
So
My
your
bad.
cloak can buy one. Or coin purse, however you want to look at the translation.
Yeah. No, but if you make that like your whole message, you sort of missed it. It's
true.
That's not the whole message, though.
Yeah, it's not the whole message.
That's not my whole message. I'm preaching the message that we are living in current times. Of course, you should help your neighbor. Of course, you should help desperate foreigners. But when the Bible was written, Bible was written, your neighbor was people who looked like you, who spoke the same language, and who had the same religion as you. It was not a motherfucker 3,000 miles to the left or right of you.
Also, it appears to me to be a response to the claim that the whole message is that Jesus is passive.
But it was,
right? So, like, it seems to be the idea that in order to emulate Jesus, you have to be a pacifist. And that's why the response is Jesus also did this.
But before that, something was said that was not quite correct. Because when Jesus came, you could not be more further from religions. You had the Samaritans, you have all these different groupings, you had someone like the Romans who was completely different. You can see from the letters of Paul, you can see from the Gospels, from what Paul went through,
How did
from being...
Paul handle degeneracy? Speaking of the Corinthian letters. Didn't he outright have a man executed for marrying?
No,
his,
he did not have a
stepmother?
man execute. No, he did not have a man
But
executed.
what did he insinuate they should do with the man who married his stepmother in Corinthians?
He said he did not. He did not tell them. You want me to answer your question, or you want to make
Answer the question. Don't obfuscate. Answer it.
Yeah, you want to make weird sounds, or you want me to?
No
treat?
one's stopping you.
Yeah, no one's stopping you.
All right. So while I speak this time, don't say and I'll answer you.
I mean, answer the fucking question and stop obfuscating the distance around it.
All right. I hope you feel better. So the thing is
I feel
that
great regardless.
good.
I'll feel better when you answer the question. Holy shit.
Jeez. Let him get
Are
to
you,
it.
you seriously going to do this?
There was a lot of
You're the one doing it,
between the
buddy.
different villages, even, and different religions. Like that's why the story of the Good Samaritan is a story, because Samaritans and Judeans and Galileans, like everybody was very different, and they didn't interact so much. A lot of
Yeah,
them.
they didn't live next door to each other, which was Orthodox guy's point.
I'm explaining, like I'm just little narration point. That's all. Please continue.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people
epic
know this,
stuff.
but maybe some don't.
Ask the question again.
What did Paul advocate for in Corinthians for the dude who married his
Thank you.
stepmother?
Thank you. All right. He advocated for him to be put away from the church, so that.
Not just the church.
All right. Then tell me.
All right, I'll pull it up. Hold on, give me 1 second. You finish your point and I'll pull it up.
What point?
That Paul didn't advocate for political violence.
Well, no,
Right. Speaking of that, do you guys all agree that like Elon Musk and Trump need to like help de-escalate right now? Like they need to do more to help de-escalate the tensions right now?
I'd like it if they did.
I think everyone should de-escalate.
Yeah, so it'll be great.
Need to?
No.
Including
I don't agree, because leftists will still assassinate people and call for violence.
OG wants him to yank on it.
No,
Okay, so
I
Orthodox.
think
So
we
you
should
think we're
meet
too
them
far
where
gone?
they're-
Like
I
where
think
we have to descend right now? Like the only way out is.
I
through?
do think we're too far gone. I think when they took a father away from his children for speaking words,
When
I
you say
think that was the
they, you mean a
defining moment.
22-year-old guy who we don't know the exact political affiliations of?
I mean the leftists in America, and when they celebrated it, that was the moment that we were too.
Yeah,
far
that's kind of the
Okay,
thing there.
So,
though.
but when every single
should be
was there a
taken
single
out.
Democrat lawmaker who celebrated it?
There's a
You feel like-
massive
so-
social media celebration. That's what he was referring to. Not
So-
not
Okay, so he's
political
talking, so randos online is what he's referring to.
So when it comes to
Well, there's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of randos
Randos
online.
of a particular political affiliation, though.
when it
And then a
comes
lot of them
to
lost
the
jobs,
guy
too, for
in
it.
in Corinthians,
That was funny.
So,
I mean-
so the second richest guy in the world right now is calling for violence, right? You guys recognize that?
He did not call for violence at anything.
He is
he read.
explicitly calling for violence, but okay.
I
guess you
he's
don't
also
recognize that is what you're
autistic
saying.
as shit. But like, what? Can you explain again how he's calling for violence?
Do you
For
want? We can go over some Elon Musk quotes if you want. It might be a good idea.
Yeah,
actually.
but don't do too many at once, though. Do like one or two at a
Unless
time.
he
you know?
explicit, unless he explicitly actually
Twitter
tells
toss and
people that they
YouTube
should commit
algorim
actual
are different things.
random
Yeah,
acts. or
so
even
one of the things he
intentional
tweeted the
violence.
day of,
That's-
when we had no before we even knew who the identity of the shooter. This was the day of. He said the left is the party of murder. What do you
That's
think that
not.
means?
That's not.
That's definitely
advocating
not
for
calling for
violence.
violence.
Yeah, that's not calling for violence. It's
What's the
speaking
implication
facts.
of the left being the party of murder?
That's not
That
advocating for
they
violence.
murder people and they're violent.
How do you stop murderers?
Oh my god!
You arrest them and put them in a
advocating
cage
for
and try them.
This
Yeah,
is
use
not-
violence against them, right?
So, bro,
Yeah, okay. So that's not political violence, though, right?
Or the
Would it
or
have
the
been
law
wrong
system?
if security shot the shooter?
law
Would that
against
have been
them?
wrong? Would that have been an advocate for violence?
If you
How
see
is
that,
it-
that would have been the right
How
thing to
is
do.
it that on one side you got people saying you shouldn't say that because that's political violence, and literally with the same breath they say something else is not political violence? It's literally both of you, both of your sides are saying this stupid shit, and I can't stand that stupid ass shit. Are you for free speech or are you a pansy? Are you a pansy?
Example is
You are a
Elon
fucking
saying
pansy.
this again. This is from that day. Also, he said,
You're
"If
all
they won't
pansy.
leave us in peace, again, I don't know who they is.
Fucking un-American
then our
pieces.
choice is fight or die." What do you think he's
Well,
referring
he
to? There?
said something I didn't like.
That's
It was
defense.
He's the second
political
richest guy in the world. He owns one of the
Bro,
largest social media platforms, and he's calling for violence. Clay.
If you tell me that somebody said something that you don't like they called
This
you
is
a
some both
fascist,
sides like brain rot, dude.
it's
Like
both
you're
sides
absolutely your brain's
nonsense.
rotting.
No, your brain is rotted,
no.
bro. Your brain
Ryan,
Elon
that's
Musk is
literally
calling for political
describing
violence right now, and you are
Hold
you're
on,
just
hold on.
like
wait.
deluded about it.
Tell me exactly who he told to commit an act of violence.
And what the act was.
The words that he used describe self-defense, literally. If somebody doesn't leave you alone, then you have to act. That's literally self-defense.
Okay, thank you, Powder Dusty, for the $10 insurance. I appreciate that. Here, I'll pull up some more Elon quotes in a second. Those are the ones I had like offhand. But here,
if you can find me something where he's actually telling someone to commit an actual act of violence, I would love to hear it.
That's what I was asking for too.
So do you think? So you are saying that the only way we can say that Elon needs to tone this shit down right now is if he actually has declared someone specific needs to go commit a crime. Is what you're saying?
I wouldn't say that.
Otherwise, we can't say Elon is escalating tensions.
I would say Elon could tone it down right now. He could tone it right now.
You're getting ass mad. You're getting ass mad that someone is saying we should defend ourselves against radical leftist violence.
You made the claim.
You're saying, well, you should be whoa there, partner. You should de-escalate. You should not defend yourself from the only thing you could be saying right now is you should not defend yourself from radical leftist.
What does defending yourself right now mean? Like there's no radical there's one guy who has been arrested.
Defend yourself means literally what it says.
Be prepared. Stay strapped or get clapped.
I can't believe the brain rot. You actually really believe what you're saying right now?
If I may just be on the so I could be on the record because I was agreeing with him a minute ago. I think Elon could lower tensions right now. He doesn't have to talk about war or self-defense. He could talk about cooperation and peace if he wanted to. I think that would be more. I think it would be more productive, and I think he's being reactionary. And I also think that there is such a thing as right-wing violence. And while Elon didn't call for violence specifically, there are certainly right-wing pundits who call for violence all the time.
Yes,
I think Elon doesn't want a 30-06 to the throat, so I think that's why he's kind of saying.
Who was it who asked me about?
Well, he's doing a bad job
a minute ago.
Yeah.
Oh, who was it who asked me about Corinthians?
Orthodox guy.
A minute ago.
It was I.
All right, you still want to have an answer for that?
I mean, you can. I don't particularly care either way because we've moved on, but we can.
Might as well.
Then why did you ask? All right. Fine.
So are you guys aware of Elon's comments at the Unite the Kingdom rally?
I'm not aware of any of them. I'm only getting them from you.
Yeah, I don't really listen.
Okay, so I'll post the CNN article that I'm about to read from. And I'll post
I'll take your word for anything you say, though. Like as long as you quote it.
Yeah, so in a live stream on a big screen, he said, "Violence is coming to you. You either fight back or you die." What do you think he means by that?
That violence is coming to you as a right person, and you have to fight back against it.
Was there the word "if" at the beginning of that?
No, he said, "Violence is coming to you. You either fight or you back or you die." There's no "if" there.
Okay, well, hold on.
He declared violence is coming to you.
Because there is violence coming to people in the rape gangs, the terrorist attacks. All of these things that are happening in the UK.
So do you guys think when Elon says the violence is coming for you think he's including like people like me?
All right. So Ryan, what do you think he meant? What does he mean? Is my question. I think what did he mean? No, what did he mean?
Yeah, I think he wants to incite violence in there like across the globe right now. I think he wants more and more. He wants more and more political assassinations. He wants people to do acts of terrorism. I think he's doing stochastic terrorism right now. Yeah.
Why would he say
I
fight?
think elongated muskrat, the autistic billionaire, is a stochastic terrorist.
No.
Yes, I believe. Yes, Elon Musk
the dude who was the leftist bug.
If I said that,
having alleged autism doesn't mean you can't be a stochastic terrorist.
If I said that about someone on the left, would you say, yeah, that's true? That's what he means.
If you
That's
said
what
what?
he meant. If someone on the left said something like that, and I said that's
Yes.
what he
Do
meant.
you have an example?
No,
Do you disavow Nancy Pelosi's
I'm
call
not,
for
no,
violence?
I'm not
What
saying.
What did Nancy Pelosi say?
First, can you please just do
Hold
this
on.
first?
I'm sorry, it wasn't Nancy Pelosi. Let me look up the lady. It was
Do that
He
later.
already,
Do that
he
later.
already answered your
I think you're
question,
thinking of
Dan.
Maxine
He's saying he
Waters.
would need an example, otherwise he's not going to engage with it.
No.
You're probably thinking of
If
Maxine
somebody said the
Waters.
same thing Elon said, and they have the
No,
same
can-
Yeah,
and
but
they have a
Maxine
comparable
yeah.
level of influence, I would condemn it. Yes.
Ryan, can we have a discussion?
No Democrat
right now?
official
He's
has said
answering
anything
your
like
question
this.
right now. Holy shit. Calm down, Dan.
Okay, so Dennison, is that your name? Dennison, can you shut the fuck up? And also,
I'm literally not
Orthodox
talking,
guy,
so the
can
answer is
you
obviously
shut up?
yes.
So
Bitch,
Ryan,
I'm muted. Stop talking
Ryan.
about talking and talk.
Seriously,
So Ryan,
calm down, bro.
So Ryan, can we speak? Hi, Ryan. How are you?
Yeah, I'll answer your
Oh,
question again. Yeah.
Nice to hear your voice, because I've heard your voice like two different voices. So yeah. So my question was, if I had like I have no, this is just
Holy shit, spit it
The
out.
answer is yes.
We literally have to hold this dude's hand so he can hear the same answer to the same question twice because of his ego.
Okay.
Hey, Abe, do you feel like sharing my screen? I want to
You
ask
know what?
Ryan this political violence.
Right. Yeah, I want to ask you something. So, did you get that from like a piece of paper or a place or what? Did you actually hear him say that?
So I posted
hold
a
on,
CNN
hold on,
article in the back where I
hold on.
quoted directly from it.
So, CNN article.
What is
Okay,
that?
I got you. So
Yeah, I
it
mean,
wasn't
unless they're
him.
lying
You
about it.
didn't hear him.
Like, if CNN's not lying, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a live stream.
I'm
so-
looking for it. I can't
do you,
find it.
Do you disavow this political violence from Maxine Waters a few years ago?
Real quick, Clay, you can click on the article and I posted in the private chat. But go ahead.
Anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd, and you push back on them, and you tell them they're not welcome.
You cannot be.
Or the Chuck Schumer calling for violence against the.
I don't think that's calling for violence, but I don't think she should say it. I think it's bad that she said that. But I don't think it's calling for violence. No.
What about the Chuck Schumer calling for violence against the Supreme Court justice?
And what's the example of that?
You remember "Unleash the Whirlwind" comment?
Unleash the whirlwind means violence now.
During
you think that's comparable to people saying "fight or die"?
That's language that's intentionally.
Where can I find him
meant-
saying it? Because it says he said it on a live stream. It says he said it on a live stream. I should be able to find the video. If it's not,
probably.
on video, I
Well,
just
Chuck
simply don't
Schumer
believe
said
it.
Then Elon should be suing CNN right now, right?
I don't care. I
Chuck
mean,
Schumer
you're
said
the one who
it
makes.
But don't you think
While
Elon would be suing
Kavanaugh was
CNN right now if he
being-
didn't say that?
You just believe anything.
Wait, it was either Kavanaugh or Gorsuch being confirmed. He said it in front of the building, like to a crowd.
Bro, in today's day and age,
It's
I
still
just simply
not
don't believe
asking
you
for
without
violence
video.
Okay, that's
specifically.
fine. You don't. Yes, you don't believe in the journalistic integrity of people overseeing. That's fine. I have no trust in that.
I agree with you, which is why I would want to know what Ryan thinks
That's why I'm an
Whirlwind
independent
actually
journalist.
means.
I literally do the opposite.
Let me engage with JS. JS who's saying that I'm calling for violence. No, I don't believe that.
I go out onto
Clay,
the street.
shut the fuck up. I'm responding to someone saying I'm calling for violence. Let me respond. Okay, JS is saying that when I call Elon Musk a stochastic terrorist, I'm calling for violence. That's not true. What I'm calling for is for Elon to stop doing that. And what I think should happen is potentially he should be charged. I don't know what crime statute. If there are laws that can handle people doing stochastic terrorism, then we should be enforcing them right now.
But if we
I don't know
charge
what those
him,
laws look
we're
like.
gonna put
but
him in
if
jail,
there are
though,
laws,
right?
we should be using them.
If we arrest him and put him in jail, that's violence, though, right?
Yes, I'm not against arresting people for crimes.
Okay, because you called it political violence a minute ago.
I
didn't say Elon is doing political violence. I said he's calling
found
for
it.
it.
I
Oh,
literally
cool.
found it. I'll play it for you.
Awesome.
I'll play it for
Thank
you.
you.
I just want to know what you think the charge.
Terroristic threats.
She was playing it, but we couldn't hear it because you were talking.
Did you? Yeah. Okay. You didn't hear.
No,
it.
we couldn't hear it because Orthodox guy started talking.
No,
I'll
Dennis
pull
and
it back. And I will slow it down
Same.
because I actually had it on too, so that I could find it. All right, here we go.
That violence is going to come to you.
Okay, hold on.
You just go about their business. My message is to them.
if this continues, that violence is going to come to you. You will have no choice. You're in a fundamental situation here where whether you choose violence or not, violence is coming to you. You either fight back or you die.
So he said, whether you choose violence or not, violence is coming to you, is what he said, right?
He began the entirety of that with if.
If this continues.
Yeah, fair enough.
If.
All right, he's off the hook. All right, guys. Sorry, I apologize. I apologize, everyone. I'm so sorry for being mean to Elon. He used the word if before he said all that.
Right,
So
well, he was
nothing he said
stipulating
matters.
that
Okay,
if
my bad.
violence
Well,
comes to
the
you,
context matters, Ryan.
Okay.
well, I mean, look, I don't have a problem with your views. I as far as that goes, I don't believe that people should be calling for violence. It's just hard for me to believe that somebody with such wealth and power would do it. So that's why I'm like,
And
saying,
then
no,
you
Ryan,
listen to him
no
do
way.
it, and now you're still playing dumb like he didn't. But okay.
He literally said, if these things continue, violence will come to you and you must defend yourself. That is not a call for violence in any metric of the fucking word.
It's a
This is leftist Marxist babble.
And the
All
irony
over
is,
again.
is by when he said
I mean,
you,
I disagree with
he
your
was-
analysis of that, but we can
What is more
agree
American
disagree,
than
right?
defending yourself,
when
Ryan?
when he said the word "you," he was actually talking about leftists too, which is also irony. On
Yeah,
top
no,
of
he's
that.
not. He's not talking about left.
No, he literally is. That's what he just said. He said that even if you're on the side of the people advocating for violence on the left right now, and if you don't stop this from your own people, it's eventually going to happen to you too, and you're not going to have a choice. That's what he was saying.
Well, if that's the full statement, then yeah, fair enough. I'm wrong.
And-
I still think he's fanning the flames. I still think he's inciting more violence.
Yes,
But-
and
Of course you
that's what
think
Genesis-
he's fanning the flames because you don't like him. You're on an opposite political side.
No, because I think his rhetoric is inflammatory, and he needs to tone that shit down.
Well, so people thought Charlie Kirk's rhetoric was inflammatory, and he needed to tone it down permanently.
Yeah, he should have. Yeah, and he also should not have been shot. Both those things can be true.
I think it's funny that you think Elon and Trump are like your political opponents when like Trump is a New York Democrat.
Oh my god, this is the dumbest take I've ever heard.
It's
a fact though. He's a
That's a
1990s Democrat.
Why do you think I
He's a
care about that?
90s
Why do you think
New
that
York
matters to me?
Democrat.
Because you it's literally in your handle name. You're a radical leftist.
It says radical.
coder. Yeah, it
Yeah.
says radical coder, and you're a leftist.
Yeah, but
You
like
chose that
radical
name
also
for
means
an
cool,
obvious
right?
reason.
Radical also means cool,
Yeah,
right?
but let's not
No,
pretend
it
you
doesn't.
chose that to mean cool. Let's not pretend.
Yeah, but he didn't choose it to represent 1990s Democratic policies either, though.
No, he's a Ninja
Yeah,
Turtle.
true.
No, he's a radical leftist.
No, he's a Ninja Turtle, OG. He's a Ninja Turtle.
And Donald Trump is not a radical leftist.
Cowabunga,
say they
dude.
were.
Radical,
Didn't say he
tubular.
was.
This is
I'm saying he's a coder is a radical leftist and he supports radical left policies. Donald
wanna
Trump does
believe
not.
that,
That's
so
why
it's not
Donald
true.
Trump. That's why Donald
I
Trump.
might depends on
Elon
what you might identify as a radical leftist policy. I might, yeah.
I'm starting to think the Mandela effect is real.
When people tell you what you are, what they are, you should maybe listen.
I
Yeah,
agree. You
something-
should listen to people, and
But
you shouldn't
I will say, though,
make
that
leaps in logic like
there's-
that are fueled by your own personal biases, right?
There's a caveat because some people don't even know.
That's
what the hell they
ironic
are.
that you would say that.
Yeah,
Some
I know.
people
I know
don't
you
know
think
what they
that
are, they
because
just
you don't think that I can look at all the totality of Elon's statements in the wake of this shooting and leading up to it. But
Technically, I think I'm farther left than Ryan.
I don't know about that.
Possibly.
I'd put money on it. Not a lot, but some. For fun.
Depends on. Well, I'm not going to do that, but
How-
it's
how
only
much
because I
speech
can't afford to right now.
How
but
much speech do you believe should be banned? That's my measure.
You think the left is defined by how much speech they want to be banned?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, it depends on whether or not I'm in charge.
Okay, but like as in the public square, though, not your house.
No, in the public square, I'm a free speech absolutist. But
Nice.
if I'm in charge, then I'm going to ban all the speech. I
Then
don't
you're
like.
dead center. You're dead center if that's the case.
According to the political test, I'm a social democrat and I'm far left.
Yeah, for free
I'm
speech.
not saying that's accurate. I'm just, it is what it is.
I would say if you want to ban any free speech or any speech at all, I should say, and you're not absolute, It just kind of depends on what exactly and who exactly at that point, whether you're left or you're right.
Your thoughts aren't real.
This is true.
Which side wants to ban guns?
I don't think either side wants to ban guns. I think that we should be. I think that we should.
Which side wants to strengthen gun control?
I want to. I want to make sure
Democrats.
people.
Although Trump did pass. Trump did pass.
Orthodox
what
guy
did
is
he do,
dancing because he
bump stock
sees
ban and
exactly
stuff?
where I'm going with this.
But Dusty, I would say that's Democrats and not leftists, because
Correct.
leftists are very pro-gun.
Well, if I were on the gun control team, which I think most people agree is colloquially the left in the U.S., I would love every one of you conservatives on this panel. You guys are exactly what I want. You're all sensitive. I don't know how easy it is to make you feel that you're under attack and you're at war.
Say that
Orthodox
again?
guy, who's attacking you?
You with your words.
Correct. Brick, who's attacking you?
Nobody.
Nobody's attacking any of you bitch-made motherfuckers. So if I were on the left, I would love you guys, because then you'll be reactive and then I'll get to do the gun control stuff I've always been trying to push through. And then you guys will be like, no, what happened? I'll be like, you got baited.
I don't
And
think
then
it's
Ryan
bait
will
when we
sit there,
watched a
he'll be
father get
emperor of
shot in the
US.
throat.
What?
I don't think it's bait when we watched a father get shot in the throat by a radical leftist.
Okay, so a guy got
That's where
murdered
me
on
and you
TV.
disagree.
A
That's
guy
where you
got
and me
murdered on TV by
disagree.
another guy, and you feel like you're at war and under attack.
No, I feel like our country is having severe societal problems based on politics.
Yeah, and you're becoming the bigger societal problem. Like, you can't become
Good
aware
evening.
of a
Good
murder
morning,
without
Flo.
feeling like you need to respond to it.
Yeah, if
I
you're
think
going to
we should
become
respond
reactionary
to
and
being
draw
murdered.
sides, it's not helping.
It's actually hurting. There's
Right.
nothing that Orthodox guy could do to undermine his side more than be reactive and feel like he got shot when Charlie did.
Right. And I've been entertained by watching it on this panel. No offense against anybody, but I noticed that everybody feels like they're Charlie Kirk or his brother or his mother or something. It's the strangest thing.
Yeah.
I don't at all. What do you mean? Or I don't feel like that.
I'm gonna
and
honestly,
I don't think
Grumple,
I've got that from anybody else.
Grumple, I like you. I'm not saying that, to blow smoke in your ass. I genuinely do, but I haven't been listening to anything you've been saying since you've been on this panel.
What Denizen is saying is that
Yeah.
people feel much more personally
No biggie.
involved in this than any other high profile murder that I can think of. Right.
Right, and more personally
Because all
involved
the
in their
man
personal
all
lives.
the
even.
man wanted to do was debate and discuss and talk to people, and he got shot by a radical.
But what did his
leftist.
dick taste like?
I wouldn't know. Why don't you tell me?
I mean, okay, you're
Wait, do
a
you have a
fanboy,
source?
right? You're a fanboy. We get it.
No,
Everybody
I
likes
actually
Charlie
didn't. I
Kirk.
actually didn't like.
Charlie
I didn't
Kirk,
like
too.
Charlie Kirk. I actually didn't like him. No, I didn't. I think it's wrong that the radical left was able to.
So you
was
don't
able to
even
kill
like the
someone.
dude, and you're ready to go to war because he got attacked by
Because
another
he
dude
had
who
he
banged
had the
Granny?
right to speak. He had the right to speak his mind in a public square, and he was
Uh-huh.
shot for doing it.
Yeah,
And-
the guy who shot him was getting charged
if
for shooting
Maxine
him.
Waters-
Institutionally, do you see any change in those rights at all?
I see an attempt at terrorism by the radical left.
If
By a
Maxine
dude,
Waters
by a
had been
dude.
pew-pewed, though, would you be this upset about it?
Yes.
Wow, I'd fucking hold a party. I'm just saying.
So the war on Iraq after the attacks, do you believe that was actually motivated by the thing that we were told by
No,
the government
not
that
at
it was
all.
motivated, right? And the funny thing about that is that that's what the country believed at the time. Most people, not everybody, a lot of people said it was conspiracy right off the bat. But all of a sudden, different incident, same type of scenario. Let's go to war.
Right. Right. I mean, all of us on this panel are old enough to have learned our lesson in the past from being reactionary politically. Right. I think.
I would hope so.
I mean, Abe is like several hundred years old.
I wouldn't say I learned anything. I just got old and tired.
I would say I've already said we shouldn't have any violence whatsoever. We need to just call out when shit is off. Like, if people are saying shit that's inflammatory on either side, you need to freaking stand up and say something. You need to stand against that shit in the square, in the streets, in the everywhere. And I've been saying that repeatedly. But I wanted to have a panel, and here's the panel. So,
yeah, it was
you brought the No Kings protest.
I was doing an Abraham Lincoln joke, and it just went past. But
I think I'm the oldest one here, minus Abe being, you know, multidimensional. But what was the question? Again, Dustin?
So yeah, I mean, he's seen the political violence.
Have you learned the lessons from being politically reactionary? Is what he asked.
Is that people say free speech is under attack? He should have been allowed to have free speech, and then want to go to war because other people are exercising free speech they don't like.
A bullet through the throat is not free speech.
Okay,
no, not
but
that.
but douchebags on TikTok is, so make the math for me.
Right. Even the ones who say they're happy about it, it's still free speech.
All those douchebags are actually showing you that free speech is alive and well, right? You should be supporting their right to be douchebags in public, so they don't be douchebags in private where we can't see them.
Exactly.
Well,
Yes.
I 100% do, and also it tickles a very weird part of my brain that then a lot of them have also crying videos because they get fired from their employer for doing said thing.
That's also First Amendment freedom
like-
of association.
Freedom doesn't mean
no,
freedom.
all of this is protected stuff too. This is all constitutional, by the way. It's
is
not
why
the,
the
the state,
Constitution
the
sucks.
government punishing anybody
Yeah,
for
I-
speech.
I,
It's
as
private
your
organizations and
employer, do not
private
have to
people
work.
interacting, and
It's
it's
just not a
it's working as intended. It's not a bug; it's a feature.
100.
Right.
Yep.
And nobody on the panel has spoken against any of that. They said that they shouldn't from like a moral perspective.
You
But
weren't using that as
nobody-
justification for us being at war.
That's what I'm.
We
saying,
we
too.
are
Like,
we are
not-
literally
Unless
literally
you're talking
needing
about like
to
a
prepare.
religious war.
I have literally said on this panel and every other panel that we are not at war, that we are not at civil war, but we need to be prepared to defend ourselves against radical leftists.
That's definitely
Okay.
not what I heard you saying while I was taking out the trash 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
it's just
I
not.
think, I think we're already in the middle of a political civil war
No.
right now.
And so does Orthodox guy. He's just walking it back now because he got ticked to the whooping shed.
Oh, Flo, I swear to God, I'm
All-
gonna choke you. I'm gonna strangle you.
People get in a habitual pattern of just going after Ryan because he's a leftist douchebag, but he's right here.
It is a dog pile a lot of times when
So-
Ryan's
so-
on. I think he's aware
Okay, I
and
like
like
it.
he knows it's going to be.
Ryan, you're-
Ryan likes it. He's
you're
a
for-
dirty
you're
I like
for-
the attention.
Well,
I think there's something homoerotic about it myself.
I think
Is
from
there-
you guys there might be, but
is
for me,
there,
it's just
I
love of the
didn't get an
game.
answer to this earlier, Ryan. Is there any type of speech that you would ban?
I don't think I would make any. I don't think I would increase limits on. I don't think so. Not right now. I don't have any ideas of that.
Very
What about the N word?
I mean, I think the N word should be legal to say. I think it is.
I think we should
I'm
stick
not worried
it
about that.
at the front.
Yeah, no,
and
it is.
Pledge of
Do you think
Allegiance.
it should be illegal to punch somebody for saying it?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Actually, both words.
I don't think that. I don't think people should punch each other for saying the N word. However, I recognize that if somebody like gets in your face, like let's say you're a black guy and somebody like gets in your face, some white guy like gets in your face and starts screaming the N word, I think that the belief that like you're about to be a victim of violence is potentially reasonable. I think
But if
there
I
might
got
be a case by case
started
basis.
screaming about Q-tips or chocolate,
I think that also
What if I get right up real
That- that
close
also
in your
could-
face
that
and
also
call
could-
you a
yeah.
fucking honky over and over
So,
again?
so to be clear, if someone gets in your face and is screaming regardless, I think that there's a chance that they might be getting violent with you. But I think there's a higher chance if they're screaming like hateful words at you specifically. But that doesn't mean that the right thing to do is always like engage in violence, right?
What about cracker? How do you feel about crack ass cracker?
Yeah,
You can.
I would say I'll hang on to be consistent, and not just to be consistent because I believe it as well. If there's like some random black guy that like jumps in my face and is like screaming cracker at me, and I'm like I mean I might be justified to like defend myself potentially. Yeah.
but what if you
Right,
defend
what if
yourself
someone
prematurely and then you find out he was saying radical cracker because he confused your name and he was really excited to see you? He's a fan. He wanted to know.
I was
Language
thinking
barrier,
something along
right?
those
Well,
lines. Of
that'd
like,
be horrible tragedy. Well, thankfully, my instinct would probably be to only react like once it escalates for me personally. But
what
I
if he's
understand why
just
someone might.
offering you some Ritz.
And you'd share some of our healthcare with him.
I think all of you. I think everyone deserves to have healthcare, even the haters and losers.
Oh, so even the anti-vax.
How do you feel about
Yes.
the fake?
Also, thank you, thank you,
Nice.
Trib, for the 5 Radical Coder gifted memberships. Absolutely based. Thank you so much. Everyone enjoy your awesome new emotes. Best emotes on YouTube, by the way.
One in the chat if you know what tribbing is.
I'm aware of this lore, but I'm thankful to Trib regardless.
I can go the rest of my life without knowing my virgin ears. I'm a good Christian virgin boy.
No, it's not a bad
I
thing.
don't know.
It's worth looking into.
LARP.
I'm glad I do not know.
I don't believe you, Dusty. I don't believe you. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't believe you.
Grumple, I think you're muted.
But he is animated.
Yep.
Are you
I
restreaming,
do-
Grumple?
I do think
he is.
Yeah,
Silence
he's
is
restreaming.
madness.
He's talking to his audience. Maybe.
Is it just me or does his hand look too big for his head?
It's perspective.
It's an optical illusion.
If he is talking to us, he's muted. But if he's talking to
Oh no, I wasn't talking to my chat. I just had my mic muted. That's my bad entirely. So just real quick, there are a lot of veterans in the United States, and a lot of guys that even ones that have PTSD also mostly miss the camaraderie, I think, but also miss the action and would have no qualms at all about doing some violence.
Bro, I'm not even
100%. I'm in that club.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
I'm not advocating for anything at all
I'm
right
just
now.
saying that
I
vets
am.
don't get a monopoly.
I'm saying that there's a lot of veterans that A, have training, and then B, hey, maybe miss it about like an actual fight of some kind.
Right. But just because you're a vet doesn't mean that us civilians don't also like violence and want to chomp at the bit. Grumple, you selfish bastard.
Hey, no, you don't get to like violence, Dusty. You come in here was like you don't get to be violent, Orthodox guy. Eat a dick.
I only like it when the 22-year-old trans
Try and
people
keep
are
that as
doing this.
tough.
I like to
You gotta
sit
get
back and kind
smarter
of
about
just
your violence.
sip my
All right.
unsweetened iced
I
tea.
like to be ignorant though.
If
Let
you're
me
gonna
be
be
ignorant.
violent, you have to be less Alabama trailer trash and more chess master Kaspanov or whatever. his
That's
name
not
is.
violence, nerd. That's nerd shit.
Yeah, but it's nerd shit wins. It's time to adult up, Orthodox boy. Become Orthodox man.
There's a lot of rednecks too. If I could just throw that out there too.
Okay.
If it comes to physical things again, there's a lot of rednecks.
I think I'm about to end this show and send everybody somewhere, I think.
Libertarian savior.
That's a good idea.
Libertarian savior.
I love Dusty to death, but I swear
You
to
know what the
God,
worst thing
I wanna
about being a
strangle
libertarian
so
is?
much.
Me. I'm not sure
Being a
if you
libertarian.
All right, I'm out. Abe, I will avenge you.
What do I got here, boys?
Thanks
What
for a
this is?
super spicy night.
What you got there?
Chicharrones, pork rinds.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Nice.
Spicy night.
Chicharrones and hot sauce. That is base, bro. Kudos.
Hey Abe, if you give me a couple minutes, I'll open up I'll do a restream and open up a new panel if people want to hop on. If you want to raid over.
I do.
If you want
I
this,
don't want to get murdered for my opinions.
I've been wanting to
I'm
go
not
to
going
Ryan's
live.
panel for
I might
like
come
ever
over.
now.
I didn't boot anybody. Nobody at all.
No, Flo Irish goodbye, kind of, sort of.
I gave everybody their chance to speak, and I didn't.
I'm starting that up right now. So I'll if you want to raid
Hey.
over, I'll let people on panel.
Sincerely, Abe. Thanks.
Appreciate you, Abe.
That was pretty based, Abe.
You're very welcome.
While we're setting up things, new technical stuff, y'all remember to always keep it sexy. Just do everything as sexy as you possibly can for whatever your level is, but just keep it sexy, and you'll probably be happier. Doesn't matter. Everybody wants to be sexy. If you feel sexy, you'll be happier. I think that's an axiom of reality. Let's write that down.
You're an
Right.
axiom of reality.
Oh my goodness. Sometime coming up in the near future, Dan and I are going to do another music battle on this channel here pretty soon. So be ready for the notification. It's possible it'll happen tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or sometime this week, but it will be coming. Watch for it. Wait for it. It'll be good.
I do go live other than karaoke night. However, the next karaoke night, I'm trying to I've taken the advice and hey, maybe we do them more frequently.
Yeah.
Not any date set quite yet, though. For the next one, I've been dealing with a catastrophic data loss, so I'm still like I can't even log into Discord, or Twitch, or Kick right now. Still, it's been almost a month or three weeks ish.
It's wild.
But we'll get back. I'm working on. I have some encrypted files that I'm working on. It was just a partition issue. Linux troubles, you see, possibly related to Helldivers, the game.
Fun.
There's been physical damage to hardware that people have reported due to the somewhere between the game itself and the anti-cheat they use, which doesn't really anti-cheat. Which why on a? It's a co-op game. Why do you need so much anti-cheat? It's like maybe a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be that invasive.
Fair.
I'm also just trying to take up space and time if you're gonna raid Ryan while he's getting set up.
Yeah. All good.
Chicharrones, which honestly it'd be better with cracklins. And if you're a connoisseur, you know the difference between pork rinds, chicharrones, and cracklins. Cracklins have like a ridge of fat on them that gets like dehydrated out. It's like it's a little crisper.
I think you're trying
That
to push
with the
me somewhere
salsa
right now.
That with the salsa would be ooh. And look at this, dude. I picked up this bowl just a little bit ago. It's It's specifically like a salsa bowl.
Mm-hmm. I have a couple of those.
It's plastic.
I don't remember where I got them. Yeah, kind of handy.
The really badass ones are like mortar and pestle, and you can like smash up the avocado and the pico and stuff in it.
Indeed, and they have like little, I don't know, which protrusions throughout the inside of it, so that it grinds things easier.
This one does not. This one is just a bowl, though. It's just a little bowl. It's not like a mortar pestle type of thing. Oh man, look at this one's like perfect shaped.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to mute.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, let me look. I gotta see what I'm doing here.
89.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Oh, Charles Darwin mentioned somebody called his integrity into question, maybe or possibly. I'm not sure what the context was, but Charles Darwin, the chatter and panelist, I don't think he does content on his own. He did lose a gentleman's wager and did fulfill on it. And it did involve him performing the seminal classic of You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer on Last Karaoke Night.
Okay, so I would say go argue away. Argue. Argue for Charlie, people. Send you over there. You do the arguing. Argue for Charlie. You hear me? Send you out. God bless everybody. I will see you later. Save that. And good night.